on, man. And with the local DDC news,
Yo.
with a triumphant comeback. But tonight,
don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. I'm rocking my pants, put suckers in fear. Making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom, explosion.
Yo. Welcome to Ondatbullshit podcast. We here. Got the champion here. Got Donnie. Dangerous Donnie Marshall here. Gus is back. I had to bring him back. Gus might be a regular from now on. Poe is in the building. Always. Yo. You can turn me down. Yo. Giggity yo. What's good, everybody? It's your boy Trendsetter Press. Like I said, man, I got the guest of the guest in the building today. Like I said, I got Dangerous Donnie Marshall in the building.
You.
Also got my man Gus back in the building.
I live here now.
Yeah, you live here now. Like, Poe's in the motherfucking building, like I said. What episode is this? 94?
Something like that.
Yo, y'all are so trash, yo.
Nigga,
How are you on the show?
Bro, you ask every
This is your
I do
exactly.
not know by now.
And you uploaded.
Yeah.
It's like I know, but I want y'all to come through like, yeah, episode 94, nigga. We almost at 100, my nigga. We almost there.
You should ask that before we start rolling.
Yeah.
So we can actually be sure we
Nobody here
And
has
then
any
motherfuckers
memory,
get
bro.
mad at me when I send them the shit right after we done. Fucking.
Yes.
I mean, if I'm on it, yeah, I'm a little.
I'm here every week.
It's like,
They send it to me every week. He sends it to me while I'm still in the house.
I got that shit from his driveway. It's like, bro, I know. I'm aware.
So am I trash?
I mean, yeah.
Because I'm going to let you know. I'm on it. So
Why did you put the old logo up on your story?
It was an old video.
Oh, word.
Nigga, it's the same one that's right there.
I know, man. We gotta.
They see it in every episode.
Yo.
He said like it's old. Nigga, it's in every episode.
Once we hit the goddamn 100th episode, man, I'm bringing all the new shit, man. Yo, the champ is in the building. Donnie's here, baby. What's good, big dog? I don't know where I want to start. Ain't a lot of shit pop off this weekend in hip hop except for Tory Lanez drop. The Game dropped his cover and his track list, which
Did you hear the joint with him and Anderson .Paak?
don't want to hear nothing until the album comes out. No, I did hear it and I actually watched the video, but it was like on accident but on purpose at the same time.
No, I just heard it today.
I'm not. I'm waiting.
I'm waiting. I am waiting. I feel he's gonna win album of the year. You know how we do when we wrap up. I feel that's who it's gonna go to. When the Game is telling motherfuckers that, yo, he ain't really been like into hip hop like he is now, and I kind of feel bad, and I kind of like not feel bad, but kind of regret what he's saying because he's saying this is his last album and he's done. He's going to go do the parent thing, which I understand, but at the same time, it's like, all right, dog, if you are more inspired for this album than your last, 9 albums? This will be his 10th, right?
Yeah.
With that being said, I know this album is going to be fire. The features that are on it is fire.
I haven't even looked at that yet.
I didn't either.
I don't want to know.
Y'all didn't see the
I saw
track
that
list?
he
Did y'all
posted.
see the cover?
I didn't look at it. I didn't see the cover.
I saw the cover, but I'm not. I saw that the track list was out. I'm waiting.
I feel you. I
I want to just go into it. Blind.
Other than that, what else y'all know that popped off this week?
Oh.
The Grammy nominee nominees
Let me.
dropped.
I want to ask you something since you said something about what the Game said about being inspired about.
Yeah.
Tory Lanez and Dr. Dre said something recently. Tory Lanez said that
Hip hop was in a bad space.
yeah.
Okay.
And then Dr. Dre also just said that people are more so focused on quantity than quality.
But I've been feeling that way.
So do you think both of them making a good point right now?
What do you mean?
Dre,
From instead of quality.
from Dr. Dre's perspective, I'm gonna say that Dr. Dre has every right to say that because he's been around to witness quality and quantity.
Because when Tory explained his side, he was like, he thinks that there's a lot of people.
That sound the
They,
same.
not only do they sound similar, but even the producers are using the same sounds. And which, for me, being somebody that did a lot of stuff in music, shit. One of my producers was like, "Bro, I literally just he's a producer and engineer. Like, bro, I literally just did 3 sessions where niggas had the same sample, and then that same sample, then Dizzy Wright new song and Lil Durk new song."
I feel like if you're saying hip hop's not in a good place for that, you're not looking hard enough.
I'll say that too. That's why I was like, I don't 100%
There's
agree.
too much
But it's a lot of good shit out
I
there
don't
now.
feel. I feel when Dre says something like that, it's like
think it's
longevity.
I think he means I think they just mean like what's mainstream right now.
Exactly.
But-
it all sounds the same.
But
And I understand
every
where
time Kendrick Lamar drops something, it's on the radio.
it's
It's
already
because he's Kendrick.
not necessarily
Because of
though.
his deal.
I'm not gonna lie. Kendrick has
But that's pretty
changed the
mainstream
sound.
for Kendrick to even
just in
have
the
that
right
standing.
situation.
That is.
No, I'm saying because it's the same thing for Cole.
In the right situation.
So that's 2 mainstream artists that.
Kendrick
Put
is
that
in the
label
right
on.
situation.
The right situation.
But I feel Kendrick has changed the sound of hip hop
But I would like
3
to.
times.
I would like to
Really?
hear
Yeah.
more. I would like to hear Earth Gang be mainstream. You feel me?
Yeah, me too.
I do not want that
Why?
because
First
it's
of all,
different. That's what
fine.
makes us rock with Earth Gang. That's what makes us say like,
No, I
oh,
rock with them because it's good music.
exactly. But I
I
don't
mean-
want them to be mainstream. Like
No, I'm saying I want to not them change to be mainstream,
But
but
you
for
want them to
mainstream
be-
to have
you want them
be
to be
pay
recognized.
attention.
you want them to have more radio
You
play,
want them to
more
be
play
recognized.
value.
To be recognized. Yes.
Exactly. And I can rock with you on that. But
Look how
doesn't
long,
that
look how
go
long
to
me and you
DJs?
look how long me and you was rocking with Tory Lanez before he got to where he at.
Exactly.
I was bumping Tory Lanez in high school. I've been out of high school
Exactly.
for 10 years, bro.
Exactly. With that being said, I feel when it comes down to who's pushing artists, it's not the record labels, it's not the artists themselves, it's literally the DJs. And I'm not gonna lie, the DJs pretty much are just playing what is thrown at them. They have to.
Oh, people-
It's a business.
No,
man.
niggas
Like,
they
it's
be
a
doing
cycle.
the payola, bro.
Niggas is paying.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
It's
just
a
true.
system.
But,
Even though that's
Like,
technically that's supposed to be
Kendrick in the
illegal.
right position.
But the
You
one
know what
thing
I
that
mean? He
makes-
in that big ass Interscope bubble, and they his budget crazy, and they pushing that shit. I mean, they
but the
paying
one
shit
thing
on
that makes
DJ.
right now different
You know?
is it's not the DJs don't have the same power they once did
They
because
don't.
now you got streaming, you got the
It's
internet.
money.
The radio is what you want it to be because you don't need the radio.
And that's
I
real.
feel radios
That's
is
real.
on the same level as DJs. That's why radio stations still have DJs to
No,
play
but what I'm
that
saying is
unheard stuff.
now we don't need. When was the last time you listened to the radio?
I listened to that motherfucker today.
I'm about to say I listen to it, but it goes one ear and out the
Exactly.
other.
When you actually listen to
That's
music,
a
where do
point.
you do it?
Huh?
Where do you actually listen to music? Is it from the radio?
Now, that's about the time you listen to Spotify, right?
Yeah. Put Spotify or Pandora.
There you go. You are your own DJ now.
I-
That right there is a good
Big
enough
facts.
argument for why right now is a fine time for hip hop.
Like,
There's so much.
I can
variety.
say right now
But the
because
thing is like, well, if you don't know about it, how do you find it?
We all know.
Because the DJs push stuff on you.
But-
That's why the Kendrick.
you can't even say that because all
the
right,
age of the
like I got Apple Music and they got a joint called Rap Life, and that's one of my playlists that I go to. Every time somebody drops something, it is immediately added there. So and it's any rapper. So I find new niggas off of that.
We're in the age of the playlist. We don't need radio for that reason. Not only that, but somebody shares something on Twitter. Oh, you found that artist.
You just made a
Everything is
statement.
networking.
You just said something in your statement, and I don't want to lose what you just said.
Okay.
You lost it already. You lost it already.
I kind of saw that
Oh,
coming.
so fucking trash. Playlist.
Yeah.
Playlist. And I feel this is why, this goes back to our conversation last week. I feel that playlist, you just said we are in the year of playlists, right?
In the age. Yeah.
In that age of playlists. That's why I feel albums today are trash. Because
It depends on
it's
the
a
artist.
lot
It
of
depends
play-
on- no, it
it
depends on
does
the listener.
depend on the artist, but everybody is bigging up the baby, and I have no problem with them. But if you listen to that nigga, I don't know if it's the fact that he sounds the same on every track or the music that he's selecting, that he's putting on his albums, just sound like a big ass playlist.
And that's what I told people when they asked me about his album. I said I don't think Some people said this album was trash, some people like it. I said personally, there is no bad song on it. They just all sound similar. So if you listen to each song individually, it's a solid song. Listen to all them bitches together, nigga, I'm tired.
Well, it's
of
like,
that.
it's like what we said.
That's
before.
how I-
Really, it
go
depends
ahead.
on where he goes from here. That depends on what his career is going to be for that reason.
Mhm.
And that's the thing. The artist and the listener are what determines if albums matter. Because if you hear something on a playlist and that artist sounds important enough, you're going to check it out.
What's your definition of a playlist?
I mean, I've got some shit that I just find like on some weird music blog and stuff. I've got stuff that gets.
No, I'm saying coming from an artist that say, "Yo, this is my album." What's your definition of a playlist? Like me, I would say that "Dark Twisted Fantasy" by Kanye is a playlist.
That's
We're
an
talking
album.
just
You tripping.
no. We were talking about songs thrown together on streaming services.
Yeah, no, because remember,
Because I did not buy into that Drake playlist.
You want to say, yeah, More Life, he said, was a playlist.
That was it was an album. Like,
Who's that?
Take what,
Drake.
The Drake record, where he called it a playlist. It's
And-
not a playlist.
Once again,
I will say it is because there's no like cohesiveness to the album. It's just a bunch of songs that get
Exactly,
thrown
it was a bad
together.
album, but it was still an album.
that shit was bad. Like that nigga
Like,
sucked.
and you can he made
I
a
ain't
bad
gonna
album.
get Drake
He
from.
made a bad album, and because it wasn't cohesive, tried to sell it as a playlist. That's not what a playlist is.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Just like Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Don't
was
do
a
that,
play-
bro. No,
that
that's
shit
a-
was a fucking play.
Well,
Okay,
that was a
no, wait.
cohesive album, bro.
So I
That shit
asked,
hard.
what was your
I would even call it
definition?
cinematic.
I asked you what your
Yeah, that too.
definition was.
Experience.
So what's your definition of a playlist?
Just a bunch of songs thrown
Yeah.
together.
Okay, what's your definition of a playlist?
Yeah, there's a bunch of books. It wouldn't be from the same artist though.
Yeah.
If it's from the same artist, I don't care how you. It's out.
It's a
No, you can't.
Project.
No, I don't know. You can't
It's a
say that.
project.
Let's say if you decided you wanted to put together.
If it's a playlist, it's different artists.
No, because you could put together a playlist. Let's say if
Yeah,
let's say if I wanted to put together
That's real.
You feel me?
LimeWire
That's
era.
real.
LimeWire
That's
era.
real.
Yeah.
Playlist.
That's real.
And let's be real.
But
If it
So,
won't Wayne,
what's the difference between, let's say I'm going to put together a Kendrick playlist. So I get shit from all over the place. Hit different albums, different
Yeah,
freestyles.
now that's a
that's a
No,
for sure
that's a
You know what I'm
playlist.
saying? So what's
But
the,
if an artist
what's the,
do it, I don't think you
what's
would call
the
it a
difference
playlist.
between me doing that and them going through their catalog unreleased shit and doing the same thing?
I mean,
That's called.
it's a big difference.
I'm not beefing with what they put together, but I'm just saying my definition of a playlist is just like literally shit that I guarantee like just hear on the radio.
The difference is you are a fan of music, and that is an artist, and we should expect more than throwing together some old songs from an artist.
I just feel like a playlist to me is something that the shit's probably on the billboards. The shit's probably on the goddamn. Oh, that's good. I thought you said keep going. Keep
I
going.
did too.
I'm about to say, damn, my nigga.
I'm like, that's good.
But yeah, my definition of a playlist is just shit that you constantly hear on the radio, no matter what you do. When you type in that artist's name, that one song is gonna come up, and then the next song that you like, oh, I didn't know this was on the album. I just heard this in fucking goddamn Wally World, or I heard this. It's just shit that you heard before. That's what a playlist is to me. Because if you go break down a Kendrick Lamar playlist, it's like you said, a bunch of songs that you put together that we've already heard. And I felt like I said, Dark Twisted Fantasy to me was by far the first playlist that I've heard. Then Drake came out with a bum ass album and said, you know what? Like you said, this shit is trash. I am gonna call this a playlist because guess what? My buddy's Kanye West, and Dark Twisted Fantasy was what? A fucking playlist. That's
When was
just
the
where
last
I'm
time
at
you
with
listened
it.
I'm very like, bro, you killing me with the Kanye West playlist shit, 'cause that's one of my
Yeah.
favorite albums.
When was
That's
the-
not a playlist.
Okay, all right. So you know what? I ain't gonna be shady and act like we drew this shit up. All right, I asked y'all. Let's go ahead and get into the bullshit. So I asked each one of y'all before we got here today to tell me your top 5 albums of all time. And this is your specific. Nobody's gonna jump in. If you want to congratulate, oh shit, that is dope, then that's cool. But I'm gonna pass it to Poe first. You know what I'm saying?
I thought you had said artists. I didn't know you said albums. I got
Yeah,
you, bro. Nah, I
five
got five
albums.
albums.
And if you got one artist that's your top 5 albums, then so be it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
almost what mine was.
Poe, you can go first, and we just gonna sit back and hear your 5 out.
First, The Chronic.
Oh.
Okay.
Too Hot to Riot by Boss. Even though I know that's newer, but
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
one
yeah.
of my favorite albums.
That threw me for a loop, but okay.
The Carter 2.
Exactly.
Oh, the way the Carter 2, okay.
Carter 2.
Okay, yeah, that was tough.
That-
That was tough.
Good Kid, Mad City.
okay. See, I
Damn.
fuck with you. I fuck
Top
with you.
5 all time?
Yes. Oh no! Wait, no. Let him keep going.
These are my personal favorites.
Yeah,
no doubt.
Let him drop his
No
spot
doubt.
being questionable. Go ahead.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy.
You fucking drunk. Nice catalog, but you ruined it with that bullshit. So your question was, Good Kid, Mad City, top 5 of all time. Talk to him. Talk to that
I mean,
man.
I'm gonna say Boss is even newer. So I mean,
Yeah.
These,
I don't know. I can't judge
no,
it.
these are albums that I'll pop in or hit on my phone, play it, whatever, and I'll let that play all the way through, no skips, or I can let them play multiple times with no skips. These are albums I
Exactly.
love.
And
Like,
that's what I'm trying to get at. So
Okay, so it's
Question,
more of a
question.
love, not.
yeah, like
Because your opinion is
no, it's not.
influential.
I'm not gonna say
It's
these
your
are
personal
No,
opinion.
yeah,
the personal.
These
So-
are personal favorites.
Not,
Now,
really,
if I
not
go,
really judging on
Yeah.
quality.
So after everybody
We
goes,
gonna
we're
get
gonna
too
jump back in.
different. Okay.
Now, if you want me to
That's
go
what
with
I'm
my top
trying to
of
do.
now, if you want me to
That's what
do
I'm
like
trying to-
my top, like I think
You
are
know,
the best albums of all the time. Now
I'm just
that's
trying.
that's different.
That's what, like when I heard Good Kid, Mad City, I'm like, whoa! I'm like, are you saying that that's one of the best albums of all time? I mean,
I mean,
top
it
5
is.
best albums of all time, or that's what I'm like. It's weak.
I'm not gonna lie.
Now, if we doing personal favorites, I gotta readjust what I'm
Okay,
thinking in
but
my
no,
head.
we gonna get back
versus
into
what's-
we gonna get
okay.
back into that.
Alright, cool.
We gonna
So
get
I'm just
back
trying to
into
get a cadence of
boom, boom,
what's going
boom,
on, you know
and
what I
we
mean?
gonna come in with 5 of all time. But this is
Okay.
your personal.
Gotcha.
So Gus, it's on
Alright.
you.
Alright, so I'm gonna be honest.
You trash. You got that shit in your phone.
I do.
I wrote my shit down too, bro. My shit was over there too.
But you want to know the worst part?
I'm on the
When I
spot.
started this shit,
I'm
when
on the
I
spot.
started thinking about this
Let's
shit,
see.
I was on my lunch break and I had like 25, 30 contenders.
Is that when you messaged me and said this
Yeah, I was
shit's
like, man, this is
hard?
fucking hard, bro. I don't know, like,
No, because I had a good 4, and then I was taking them home and
Bro,
from to
I
the
had-
airport. We started talking. We just naming so many albums. I'm like, bro,
I
this shit
had
hard, bro.
almost 30 albums to choose
Go ahead,
from.
drop your 5, Gus.
So I got down to this, and when I originally did it, I had like 3 Wu-Tang albums in there, but I kind of adjusted it a little bit.
I told him when he messaged me and said, "Yo,
Oh, it was all
this
East
is
Coast.
hard." I
Everything
said,
was
"Bro,
East Coast.
I know it's gonna be hard, but the only thing I can tell you to give you advice is don't be biased."
And everything on mine was East Coast. Like, oh.
At first,
Nas,
my
Wu-Tang.
whole shit was about to be West Coast
Yeah.
for real.
But
I got down to
that's
this.
what it is. That's
Here's
what
what I
it
got
is.
down to.
Go down.
Ghostface, Fish Scale.
Okay.
Ice Cube, America's Most Wanted.
Okay.
See, I started to say that too.
Outkast, Aquemini. Company Flow, Fun Crusher Plus. Redman, There's a Dark Side.
Redman, there's a that shit was hard.
Man, that boys be naming some shit.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, bro.
Yo,
you-
I would have did Muddy
Y'all be going
Waters.
in the
dog.
crevices and shit.
I would have did Muddy Waters.
I like... Okay,
Muddy Waters?
I think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Muddy Waters is great. What the album's great, but the reason I go with There's a Dark Side is because he's one of the few people on the East Coast that really took like the George Clinton funk sound.
I get
And
you.
I love
got
that
you.
sound. And hearing like
Say less.
East
I got
Coast
you.
Junior, yeah, I love it.
I hate Gus sometimes. That
Say
nigga
less.
sounded like that nigga like the goddamn scientist in this shit. Dangerous D, it's on you.
I'm freestyling. So
Okay,
I'm
go ahead, cause I'm here with you.
I'm freestyling like a motherfucker, but personal favorites, man. You know, I'm a New Yorker. Life After Death is always one. You know, that's something I can always go back and forth on.
That's the second album by Big, right?
Yeah, I would have gone with the first, but that's cool.
Or is that Ready?
That-
Ready
it
to
was,
Die was the
Ready to
first
Die.
one, right?
Yeah.
Ready to Die was raw, but I feel Biggie mastered his flow on Life After
I
Death.
can hear that. I get you right. I get
I
exactly what
feel
you're
he
saying.
had mastered his flow in Life After Death. I feel the same way versus with Nas with the and the sophomore album with the same conversation
Keep going.
with the Illmatic versus what's the next one?
Nah, speak up.
Oh my bad, bro.
Yeah,
It was
you
written,
good.
right?
What's the
Wasn't it? It was
what's-
written?
It was
It
written,
was written.
right. Yeah, I feel like Nas had mastered his flow. You know, like Illmatic was an ill album, but it was raw. You could hear that.
I like the raw Jones.
Yeah, that's-
You know what I
That's
mean?
how I feel,
I
too.
loved it too. You know what I mean? But I love the growth. Like when you go back and listen, you can hear growth. Like Big only had he was talking about one thing on Ready to Die.
Ready to Die.
He was rugged.
Yeah.
But when we went to Life After Death, it's like, yo, we could talk about 25, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it was a double disc, and every song was different.
Plus, he
From
didn't have
robbing a hotel, and this joint
have
that was
West
beef,
Out rap
to
on there.
telling the story of this, to Hypnotize. He went everywhere because he
Hold
had
on,
traveled.
time out.
He had
Alright.
experienced life.
School
You
me
know what I
real
mean?
quick.
So
Just
you
school
can
me
hear- I
real
heard
quick because
growth.
I'm lost in the sauce. Because what was his Big's first album?
Ready to Die.
Ready to Die.
Mm-hmm.
Second one was
Life After
Life
Death.
Life After Death.
Double disc.
The first one had Give Me the Loot, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That album's
It was
better than the
it was
second album.
It was raw. I don't
Yeah.
think it was better. I think it was
Okay,
raw.
alright,
You
alright,
know
alright,
what I
okay,
mean?
I got you.
I think
got
it was
you.
raw. I think and I always had this conversation with people, and I love underground hip hop. I love raw hip hop.
Yes, sir.
But I also love growth. You know what I mean?
Welcome on that bullshit
like
podcast.
real talk. You know what I mean? But like it was polished. He was polished. You know what I mean? Like what he dropped.
After
Ready
he
to-
stole my nigga Pac
dropped-
style.
He dropped Ready to Die in '94. You know what I mean? And he came back when we got into the accident, so he didn't drop Life After Death until '97. He had 3 years to work on shit to live life, and I heard the growth. You know.
I feel you.
Anyway,
You got
that's my
3 more?
no. I got.
No, that was 2. You got 3 more.
What did I say?
Big.
You
Life
said,
After Death.
oh no, you said Nas,
No,
right?
I didn't put
Oh,
Nas
okay,
in
my
there.
bad.
I
Okay.
was-
You
I
was
was just
using
making
it
a
as an
comparison.
example.
Okay.
Got
And
you.
people always make the same comparisons with Illmatic and It Was Written, but I still feel that It Was Written was a better album because I heard.
I got you. Drop it, drop it.
You know what I mean? So the second one is Reasonable Doubt.
That was almost in mine.
Almost. in
Yeah,
my opinion.
Reasonable Doubt.
That was the only J album that was
special.
almost in mine.
I feel Reasonable Doubt was ahead of his time. You know,
It's
it took
still-
people 5-6 years to really catch up to what he was talking about. You know,
For Reasonable Doubt is something for me because as somebody that does music, I started with doing poetry, so I had to learn where to stop and put hooks and whatnot. But if you go listen to Reasonable Doubt, there is no structure to them songs, bro. Some of them songs got like a 22 bar verse and the next one be 12. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro, you can have an unorthodox, structure to a song and that shit still be fine.
And that could actually be like a benefit.
His metaphor
Being
is
unorthodox
just
would
so
be a good
crazy, and then he took that same approach. I feel like with Victory Lap, which is on my list too. Like when I first heard Victory Lap,
I wanted
the
this.
day I heard
I wanted
it,
to-
I was
We
like,
gonna
yo,
get into this shit.
I was like, yo, this
Because we gonna
album is
take our
special.
time with this one.
Like that
Victory Lap
music-
is still in my CD.
Man, that
collection.
shit is, man, that shit
It's
one of
on
the
my
best
record
albums
player
all
right now.
time. Period, bro.
Not a ball.
Period. It's one
Not
of the best.
a
On
ball.
my, I think it's one of the best
yeah,
albums
yeah.
because of the message.
When
You
it
know,
comes-
just
when
like
that's-
people. Now let's talk about it. Pac was not one of the best rappers. He was not. Now he made
I'm with
some
him.
of the best albums and some of the
I'm with
best
him.
songs because of his message.
I'm with him on those too.
And that's how I feel about Nip. The shit he was talking about, nobody in the history of hip hop has ever talked business and growth as clear as
I'm not gonna
Nip.
say
Yeah.
nobody, but
Nah, who? I'm ready. That's what we're here to debate. I'm waiting.
Oh, he
I
fell
would
back for the
say-
debate like
I would say Jay has at times in his career.
At time, no.
Nah, dude.
Hell no.
Nah.
I'm a diehard Jay-Z.
I would say
fan.
Nas before Jay.
Right. Jay-Z, the best rapper of all
I go
time.
Nas.
But he
No,
tried
he not.
No, they ain't.
on my list.
Okay,
he number
well,
one.
Your list.
Well, if we
He's
gonna
number
debate,
one.
let's
I'm
do
not giving-
it.
I'm not giving it
How much crack
Him
this
and
nigga
Biggie-
been drinking?
Him and Biggie
Hey,
go
yo,
back
bro,
and
this like
forth.
fourth
Him and
shot.
Biggie go back and forth. I'm a real New Yorker. Like, who else?
And that's
who
what it
number
is.
one?
And I'm waiting
number
on niggas
one?
to keep speaking.
Who number one?
Him.
Who the best?
Him.
I'm out of
Him.
here. Get the fuck out of here.
Take
Come
that
on.
shot.
Are you serious? You think Eminem was the best rapper of all time?
Keep
We've had
talking-
this. I don't even know what else to
let's
say in this
stay on
conversation.
topic real quick.
Bro, Jay's not even the best in the city.
He's
dog.
not the best in his city.
Ghost
And you
face.
know that.
Meth, I'm
Of all
saying
time,
meth.
Ghostface. Stop.
See, now listen.
Nah,
All
nah.
right, wait.
Is Jay even the best in his borough?
Listen.
nigga?
Dangerous Johnny in the building.
Is he the best in his borough?
Okay. What are we talking about here? What are we?
You
rating
said
on?
best
Now,
rapper
Are we
of all
going
time.
bars? Just bar? Like, what are we talking about?
Bars,
Bars.
freestyle
If we, I'm talking about everything as a whole.
Overall.
Overall,
Everything.
Jay-Z is not even in my top
Listen, man,
20.
ain't nobody never been able
Facts.
to get on the fucking radio and do what he did. That nigga was still talking about crack.
Nigga, Nelly
It's
had
for
no
selling
talking about
millions.
street sweepers. Nigga, that ain't shit.
Now Nelly, Nelly, come on, man.
We're not
No,
saying
I'm just saying, I'm just combating that
That's
with
what
you.
I'm like.
I'm combating.
talking
I
about
don't.
niggas-
You
I
talking
don't
to
agree.
me?
That nigga was saying down, bad. He said street sweeper one time. That was a weak ass.
No, it says free to baby,
Baby,
cop
baby,
ready to let it go.
go.
That's the hook,
Nigga,
nigga.
if we battle
right.
rap it,
Let's go.
Nigga, street sweeper, ready
Ready to let it go.
Nigga, what? Like,
right.
yo,
That was the hook. Little white girls was singing that shit.
That's a
nah.
fact.
Come on, bitch.
hey, you know what? I'm gonna have some shit to speak on after on Nelly. After you finish dropping your file, cause I gotta drop my file.
So we still on albums, right?
Yeah, still on
Again,
albums.
I feel Jay-Z is the best rapper of all time. Anyway, so back on albums. So that was
It's all good.
gonna
You on
slide
this
that in
bullshit.
back on albums. So what did we? It was I'll put Victory Lap at number 3.
Okay.
Personal favorite, so I went Life After Death, Reasonable Doubt, Victory Lap. Personal favorite. So many, I don't know. I maybe go. I gotta put one of my boys from back home in it, so I'm gonna put Tana Talk in it because that's the album that put the city on. I'm gonna put Tana Talk 3 in there, and
That's your boy, right?
That's Benny.
Benny, yeah.
Benny the Butcher from back home, man. It's my bro. I think, man.
Shout out, I know some of Benny people. He stay next door to my mom's.
It's hard, man. I'm gonna go with the first album I really fell in love with which was we go with We Are the Streets by the Lox.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that.
Me, we had a debate, and I asked, when I come up with these conversations, I talk to people, and everybody, Gus was there. I'm sorry to tell you, but I can't agree with you by saying dark is hot. I mean, dark is dark and hell is hot.
And
It's not better than flesh to my flesh. It's not.
Exactly.
It's
That's
not.
the same
It's
thing.
not.
It was a little bit
Flesh
more
to my
power.
flesh,
Dark and
flesh to
outside.
my flesh. One has my
agree.
favorite song by
I agree.
DMX up there, which is
I agree.
Slipping.
I know it. I
Point
agree.
blank, period. But not only that, that was the
Honestly,
that's
though,
the
them
same
shits
album
kinda went
that
neck and neck.
DMX and Marilyn
That's
Manson
hard.
on.
That's a
that
hard.
shit crazy.
That's hard.
So I'm going with
That's
DMX,
solid.
That's hard.
Flesh to my flesh.
That's a good one.
I'm going
That's
the
great.
Chronic. I am going to Chronic. Y'all know me. I'm a West Coast guy. I'm going to Chronic. I'm going Snoop Dogg, Doggy Style. 4, I'm going, and the reason why I asked y'all to, because I wanted to ask this. When it comes down to albums, everybody gets discombobulated with this album. Is Good Kid, Mad City a album that I can count?
I did.
Yeah.
I did.
So I mean, not Good Kid, Mad City. Section 80. I apologize. Is
I
Section
would.
80 an album that I can count?
Yeah.
I would.
That's a statement.
I'm going Section 80 over Good Kid, Mad City, and really I'm going To Pimp a Butterfly over Good Kid, Mad City. But that's just me.
I
That's
agree with
just
that
me.
one. I agree with that one.
But at the end of the day, where I'm at, I said DMX. I
Let's talk about that in a
said
second.
okay, DMX. I said
Chronic.
The Chronic. I said Doggy Style and To Pimp a goddamn Section 80, and 5 is gonna be Me Against the World, Tupac. Which is another reason why everybody was saying Machiavelli,
That's
but
not-
really Machiavelli was a playlist because he wasn't
Yeah,
alive
well,
for Machiavelli.
It was
just some shit
it was
that came. It was some
mostly it was mostly finished when he died.
yeah, but what I'm saying is somebody else put that shit together. Pac ain't had no say so on putting it together.
The album was like a lot of that was already done.
That's cool too.
Like it was,
but
he was planning for that album. Yeah.
Me Against the World was better than that album. To me.
I like Me Against the World, but I'll be honest. For most of my life, All Eyes on Me was my favorite.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
All
what
Eyes
are
on
we talking about
Me.
here?
Remember, wait,
All Eyes on
you
Me.
remember over the weekend I said All Eyes on Me.
That's
But then I had to go
hard.
back and
Well,
look.
for me,
I had to
that's
go
Pac's
back
best
because I
work.
said All Eyes on Me when everybody
on
else
some
was
other
saying
shit.
Machiavelli.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what?
Pac was
All
killing
Eyes
with some
on
other
Me,
shit.
Pac was in a different
Yeah,
stage.
he was on some
Pac
different
had
shit.
that
He
fucking
was on some
home
different
court
shit.
advantage. Pac had everything rolling for him on that
think
album.
that's a
And I
fact.
felt like with that
But he
album, it
performed,
was
though. Some people
cold,
dropped.
it was
Some
raw.
people dropped the ball in that situation. He performed. You know what I mean? He
You're
took
right.
that motherfucker. He took that route.
And it's one
He
of
got
the
that
few.
shit, you
It's
know
one
what
of
I
the
mean? He got
few
that shit to
double.
perform.
It's one of the few double albums in hip hop that isn't way too long. Like
It was the first Well, they say Will Smith had the first double album, but I don't fucking count that
Yeah,
shit.
I'm not.
Fuck
yeah,
Will
yeah.
Smith.
I'm-
Well, no,
don't
I fuck
be
with Will Smith.
disrespectful.
Didn't Wu-Tang Forever come before all that?
Nah, Pac came first.
Yeah,
Pac
yeah,
came
yeah,
first.
Pac came first.
Pac
before
came
that.
first. Then them. Then
That was 97.
90.
Was it?
Nah, hold on. The double album from Pac.
No, the one he talking about.
Oh,
Wu-Tang.
yeah, that came in 97.
I wasn't sure.
That's had Triumph on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was? Remember ODB was talking that shit when he said the year.
Bro, how old are you?
Who me?
Yeah.
I'm 31. Yeah, how are you?
27.
Yeah, see? Yeah, what do you mean? Why you asking me that?
No, I could just tell that you was older than everybody else.
Yeah.
That's what I'm like. Some of the albums y'all saying, I'm like,
How we
yeah,
know
like-
this shit?
like nah. Some of the early albums. That's why I could tell that he was a little young from some of the early albums. I'm like, you putting them like.
Well, no, that
But
was
that's-
his favorite. That's
that's
the shit
go
that
through-
he
right,
pop in.
right,
So
right.
now that everybody
Right.
dropped their 5, let's sit here and,
Go
and,
through
and
the top.
debate.
No, because I had some other ones. I was like, yo, I might have to put together a 10.
I did.
You
I
You
did.
know what
I
I'm
actually
saying?
did. I did. put together
So
a
let's
shit.
converse about it. Let's converse about it.
Because for me, I definitely, I was like, once I started doing everything, I was like, between Doggy Style and The Chronic, I'm like, both of them.
Both of them is up there.
Yeah. And so for
No
mine,
skippables.
when I was actually listening to The Chronic this morning.
Chronic so
Where the
wonderful,
fuck did you
man.
get that shit at?
You can buy the album. You can order the
Oh,
album.
I do got the album as well.
Yeah.
I got it from FYE. I bought it from FYE.
Okay.
I bought the vinyl.
Because
and then
the
maybe-
crazy thing is,
You got a vinyl player.
he got a vinyl.
I
Play.
bought
No.
those.
He bought those for me.
Cause I see a lot of people buying them, and I be like, do y'all actually be playing them shits? Or is it
Oh no, Gus. Hey yo, hey.
Bro,
At the end of the day,
back-
follow that nigga Gus.
back when I was-
That shit, my bad.
I put up post that shit on Insta.
Yeah, back when I was staying in Philly, like we had a vinyl player up in there, and nigga, early mornings, Jimi Hendrix was playing on that motherfucker.
That shit is not reaching over here.
Nigga, what? I got an extendo, nigga. What?
Pause.
All right, that's pause.
But,
Okay, so if we were to sit here and debate or try to construct a top 5 of all time
You can't,
albums,
man.
why can't we? Why can't we? We can have fun. We on that bullshit.
That's a
All right.
fact.
I'm not gonna
We
lie.
on
The Chronic is definitely in there.
Chronic is number 1. I'm sorry.
Reasonable
Honestly,
Doubt is in there.
I go with it, yeah.
Reasonable Doubt is in there. And you know we both feel the same way about Jay-Z. Reasonable Doubt is in there.
And
That's what I'm saying. So how
Reasonable Doubt is
y'all
not-
try to laugh me out my seat when I
No,
say
no, I'm not laughing you out your seat.
If you could say his debut album, Off the Porch, is one of the best rap
Jay-Z
albums of all
is
time.
trash.
That's crazy.
Here's
What? Okay,
Okay, I just said Dr. Dre, he don't even write his shit. Come on, dog.
Okay, pause. Hold on.
Like, that's
Let
crazy.
me and him go at it real quick. Let me and him throw a couple jabs.
That's crazy.
Hey,
Like the
okay.
man got some of the best. Yo, that album, the man was dropping metaphors after metaphors. The shit, I'm telling you, shit was going over niggas'
But do you
head.
think he fell off?
Is Jay the best
Did he?
out of his city?
Did he fall off?
No, hold on. Let me ask him first.
I would
Is
say-
Jay the best out of his city?
No, Biggie is the best from Brooklyn.
Okay.
That's how I really feel.
Okay,
But
okay.
Jay put in so much.
But
See,
Jay
listen.
also
at
stole
the
his
end of the
style,
day,
right?
like I think that we looking at it different now. We gotta have. I have two different conversations now. Are we talking about now? We talking about just rap? I'm talking about just just bars right now. I'm talking about hip hop as a whole, including album sales, what he did in the game, bars. I'm talking about every
We talking
We
bars.
talking
We
rap.
talking- we talking
just
bars.
bars,
Now,
rap.
listen.
Jadakiss my favorite rapper, and we going there. Jadakiss.
Now let me
best
ask
rapper.
you this:
Bar for
Jay-
bar,
Jay-
just rapping.
Jada over Fab.
Jadakiss, hell yeah, get the fuck out of here. You crazy as shit.
You
Crazy
crazy
as
as shit.
You
But I'm
crazy as
fucking
shit.
you
You
100.
crazy as shit.
I'm rolling with Fab on that one.
If we now we
No, but-
talking
no, but
this,
I would
see, I
bring
want to
it-
talk about this
but no-
spit.
but no, let's talk
Fuck
about-
fuck who so. But
no,
if
but-
we going there,
But no,
Jadakiss, let's talk.
But we've
I
also
gotta
had,
rearrange my whole shit.
Hold up.
but no, we've also had a conversation where I was like, "Is a handful of people who have no bad verses, and Jadakiss and Fab is both on that list for me."
Yeah, so is my
So
man
it's
Benny.
nothing,
He brand
man.
new, and I'm
Hold up.
telling you this:
Hold
I've
up.
been a Benny fan since I was 16. He ain't gonna stop. He been putting out these quality verses since
But I
the
got a
first day I
question.
heard him.
What's
He's
the
gonna
question,
keep
Gus?
putting
Are we
out
not
quality
factoring
verses
in
for the
all-
next 10 years.
Are we
bro.
not factoring in projects that you said it's just bars we're counting?
That's what I'm
That
saying. Like,
changes things.
that's what I'm like. I think we should be factoring in a little bit
Because for
more.
me,
than
what
that.
makes a good rapper is consistency.
Thank you.
And that's why Jay is not the greatest of all time.
Okay, wait. Whoa.
He's not been
Because he's
consistent.
he's had that
He's
album.
the most. He has the
He's
most
had-
#1 albums.
No,
That's
that's
sells.
Eminem.
No, he has the most #1 albums.
Yeah,
bro.
but he got white privilege on his side.
Okay.
No, Jay-Z has the most #1 albums all time.
Yeah,
That's
this
a
nigga
handicap
Gus
for
said he
both.
had white
No,
privilege.
Jay-Z got
Am
the
I
most
wrong?
#1 album.
No, you're not.
Even
no,
him
you
said,
are wrong,
even
bro.
him said he wouldn't have sold that if he wasn't white.
He
Bro,
wouldn't have. And that's what I couldn't believe that you
Eminem
told me that you just said that you would put him as the best rapper of all time. That's disrespectful.
I got
as shit.
two quotes
It's
on my
crazy.
body from Tupac,
Yo, that's
but
crazy.
Eminem has a bigger catalog
crazy.
than Tupac.
And that's why I
And
feel
that's the
Jay-Z
only
went over
reason.
Biggie.
So
Wait,
wait,
I feel Biggie was better.
So
But
who
with
do you think
longevity,
is
I
the
think
greatest of all time?
Jay-Z went.
Are we talking about just bars? and
greatest of all time albums, consistency, bars, everything.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm like. What are that?
See, that-
That's
that-
like two
yeah,
totally
yeah,
different
it is.
realms.
But that's
what
the
I'm
that's the
confused.
one.
But
Yeah, how we
like I said, we're just talking bars. I'm going Andre 3000.
But as artists though,
I
I'm
like
talking
that
artists.
one.
He has one single fucking album.
I said
Stop
bars.
it.
If we're talking
Hey, yo, listen,
bars.
Stop it.
See, that's where
Stop it.
that's what I'm trying to get
Andre
straight.
3
We're
Stacks,
having
one of
two
the
different
illest
talks.
niggas that ever touched the mic, bro. You crazy as hell.
He's only talking about solo.
Hey, yo, listen.
Andre better than Q.
Yo, listen.
Yes.
No.
I heard Jadakiss giving his top 5. He ain't put Styles. He can't put Andre 3000 in his top 5 over his own man. 3 Stacks, that nigga, man. He ain't even
No, I'm
pioneer.
not sleeping on 3
No,
stacks.
pioneer.
But I'm not
I mean,
gonna
I
give
put him out top
a
five.
lot
I
of
love-
criticism.
And then I've also said I feel like there are 3 people in the rap game whenever they drop, let it be a verse for somebody's song that hip hop stops to listen to. And those 3 people are Andre, J, and M.
I agree. And they said
I
he got
got
one
you.
coming, too.
Who that? Yeah. I did hear that Andre's working on a new album.
I said that last week. Niggas looked at me crazy.
Because I still don't believe it.
No, that.
No,
been saying that
because
shit
no.
since-
I'm with him too
He
because
like,
this
that's
nigga,
like Dr. Dre.
this
That nigga Dr.
motherfucker.
Dre hold his album for 20 years.
Nah,
man.
for real. Everybody say that about Dr.
You
Dre,
do.
but Dr. Dre dropped an album.
He
But-
stopped.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, listen,
No,
man.
it was-
He's promoted
it was-
detox for 10 years.
No,
nigga.
no.
Hey, yo,
It was-
listen.
it was
The first
straight
time
out
I ever
Compton.
heard,
It was
the
straight
first
out
time the nigga
Compton.
said he was coming out with detox, it was like, oh, 2, nigga. The
I
nigga, he
agree
dropped
with
that
you.
shit to like 2012, nigga.
Yeah, no.
And
It
it wasn't
wasn't
even the
dropping.
same album.
He's right. You know what I mean?
No, he changed the name to Compton.
Yeah,
get the fuck
No, he said that.
Yo, straight out of Compton, when that movie dropped, the soundtrack was Dr. Dre's album.
I
Had
know.
Anderson .Paak and Kendrick Lamar
I
on
know
it.
the album.
It had
And
Game
that
on
shit-
it too, didn't it?
Yeah, who?
It wasn't Game on the
Game was on that too.
Did you guys like it as much as his first 2 though?
You not gonna what? Hell no.
So-
Hell no.
But I
You
will.
talking about
But
the
I
chronic.
will. But I will
That's what I'm
say.
saying. It's-
But no, I will say Compton. I feel like
More
when
than
that
Bro.
album came out, it's Stan Anderson because that was like his intro.
Yeah, and it was dope, but I didn't go back to Compton very much.
All right.
Yeah,
hey,
but you
yo,
went into
hey, yo.
Anderson though.
So we gotta, cause we got a long show, baby. We got a long show. So let's get back on track of the albums of all time. Where does DMX fit in? Because we're not gonna sit here and leave
DMX
X
that
out of
dude.
No, it's
No,
DMX.
we ain't.
And the funny
And
thing
we
is,
start talking about
DMX
more,
dropped
too.
Flesh to My Flesh and
It's
It's
like
Hot
in
and
one
Devil's
year,
Dark
yeah.
in 1 year.
And the thing is, if
In the
anybody-
same year,
if anybody,
96.
and I know we were arguing about
Nah,
which one's
nigga,
the
it
best.
wasn't that early.
Hmm.
No, it was after the fellas died.
It was
No,
96. It was
later.
96.
It was later.
It
than
was
that.
like, Poe.
Nah, man.
Brother,
Listen,
oh,
man.
here, look
Pop
out.
died 96. Bill died 97. DMX was not out when the boys was alive. DMX
He dropped both of them albums in
Nah.
96.
I think it was
Not-
later.
Not truth. It was later than that.
Hey,
It was
hey,
like-
hey,
I
look.
might be wrong.
It was 9-8,
Guess what? I
9-9,
ain't
bro.
said this in a minute.
It
I
was
ain't said
after
this
the
in a
fellas
minute.
died, bro.
I'm always sometimes right.
I'm always sometimes.
I'm always sometimes
Hey, yo,
right.
listen.
It was 96.
Nah, DMX
But
wasn't
the thing-
around when
the
the
dope
boys
thing
was
about
alive.
that out-
The
the
first
dope
time
thing
we
about-
ever heard DMX
98.
was on Money, Power,
98.
Respect.
Both
After
of them
that,
dropped in 98.
He wasn't around.
98,
bro.
brother.
Tell him.
All right, bet.
And you know the thing
How
about
old is you, Preston?
the thing about
27.
Word, I thought he was about the same age. I
Nah,
knew he was
man,
older.
just
Yeah,
carry
man,
myself
I'm
like
a-
an old
I'm
nigga.
a couple
Nah,
years
we
older.
the same.
I'm a
Nah,
couple
we the
years
same.
older, you know
No,
what I mean?
I just carry myself like an old nigga.
Yeah. Hey, yo, the first time we ever heard DMX was on Money, Power, Respect. You know what I mean? And that was Big had just died.
Yeah.
Big had just died when they dropped that album. It kind of happened like simultaneously.
the problem with DMX and like figuring out which
Gus, don't do it. Gus, don't do it.
No, this is
I'm gonna throw a coal at you.
Hold up, let me finish. The problem with putting DMX into a greatest of all time albums, though, is I don't think I could disagree with either one of those. Like, if someone like I could see.
Oh, you saying with the album?
Yeah, no. I'm saying.
So
with
which
the-
one we putting in there?
That's
Let's
what I'm
have
saying.
that conversation.
I honestly,
Them boys
if
doing
someone
them
could
albums
be there, I
don't
would
connect.
have
Exactly. You can't dispute neither one of
But
them.
for me personally,
You can't.
Yo,
and I kind
Flesh
of
to
kicked
My
myself
Flesh
when
was
you said
cold.
Flesh and
For
Flesh.
me
I kind of
personally-
kicked myself like, damn, I ain't never put that in one of my favorites.
because for
I
me
felt
personally,
like it was
Dark
more
and-
of a
Dark and Hell,
commercial, or like I said, I'm a big Michael Jackson fan. I got a closet right there, and I can pull out a Michael Jackson fucking Smooth Criminal theme background. Swear I can do it. You don't believe me?
Ain't
Oh, I
nobody saying
bet.
shit to
You
you.
know, I just want to know if niggas
Why
gonna text me
you
on
look
my
at me
bullshit.
like?
But anyways, Michael Jackson Bad Album, which is his highest selling. Well, no, because Thriller was higher selling than his Bad Album. But Bad was on every damn near every song. With yo, if you go look at DMX, it's hot in hell. I mean, it's dark in hell. It's hot. You had the anthem.
That shit
You
was
had
tough.
you. No. Don't get me
That shit
wrong.
was
It's
tough.
tough. It's tough. But listen to how many fucking hits that we got off that one
The whole
album.
album was almost hits.
It was almost hits.
And
I was listening to X's
Flesh to my
that shit was
flesh.
hard.
So
Fire.
Same
What's,
way.
what's the joint with him and Jada Kiss and
That shit was hot. Blackout.
No.
You talking about Flesh of My Flesh? His
Yeah.
Jada Kiss Styles, Jay-Z.
I like how
Yeah.
I like how they keep asking
Blackout.
questions about the album when the album's right there. Like you could look. Bro.
Man, just grab the
Blackout.
damn album. Grab it, Gus. Gus just
I
want to
do
grab
this,
that
man.
shit.
It's Blackout.
Bro, you can read.
That's
that
one of
shit.
my
Stop
favorite
asking
songs all
questions.
time. It's Blackout.
Bro, the first thing I look at is Slip. That shit right here is cold.
That shit was
Like,
cold.
bring your whole crew. What else you got? That shit with him and Mary J. Blige was fire.
That whole album was tough.
This album is fire.
No,
All the way down back to Heat when they were robbing
Exactly.
shit. That album
Exactly.
was tough as fuck.
I mean,
But he
I
had,
think they're
again,
both
he
pretty
had
dope, but
maturity. He had, when you
Which
go
one
back
you
in, he
prefer?
had learned something.
I'm going Darkest.
I
Darkest
can hear that growth.
No, it's
Like,
a good
yo,
album.
The
but
storytelling,
storytelling.
They're close, but
you know what I mean? Like the way Big told stories on Life After Death, I don't think you could compare it to Ray Dye because he was just go. It was like it was raw, but he was shooting with no direction. You know what I mean?
That Give Me
like
the
he
Root
came
shit
back
was so
with
fucking
direction
fire.
on the next one. You know what I mean? And it was
Which one had Dream on it? Dreams a fucking an R&B bitch.
that's
that's Life After
That's
Death.
that's Life After Death. Yeah.
That album was fucking fire.
It was raw.
That
It
yo,
was just spitting.
that motherfucker
It was
came with.
spitting.
What was Warning was the second joint, and then Give Me the Loot. It went what like
Yeah, see, when I hear like those to me, matter of fact, in my head, that was a playlist.
what?
I'm not
Listen.
gonna lie.
Keep it real.
When he said,
Keep it real.
Before when you said, I was like that joint because the
It was a
double
playlist.
disc shit is the whole. Is
That was an album. Listen, no, hear me out. Hear me
I'm
out.
not following.
P. Diddy.
I ain't even.
Listen.
It's
P. Diddy,
a lot of different sounds
Bro.
of him just rapping.
he was just rapping. He was new. P. Diddy was new. P. Diddy had Craig. That was his first. They was
You mean like you're
brand
supposed to
new.
do on a rap album?
They were brand new.
I mean, that's a.
Nah, see,
Shut
no,
up,
don't
man.
do
You
that
know-
the
you
whole
know-
time.
you know what we mean.
Right. We've been
You
doing a
know what
playlist
we
of
mean.
album the whole time, whole day.
And the whole
You don't
point
do that
is-
now.
No, because I've been on this side. Drake's shit was an album. I'm not calling that a playlist. So is my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. It's an album. If an artist puts it together and puts it out, it's an album.
Like I said,
It's-
to me is when
Or
you just put together songs that have no cohesiveness. They just I got a bunch
Every
of songs.
song
Here
on
you go.
Big Shit had cool.
Not on Ready to Die. No, it did not.
It had what
No, it
now?
did not. No, it did not.
Now y'all can tell me I
Hey, yo,
fucked
listen.
up on a word
Listen.
because I
Real
went
talk.
back and I didn't
Listen,
fuck up last
Nigga,
week.
you did.
I went back.
Ready to Die was about
I'm the coolest
Biggie
shit.
not knowing what he wanted to do and Puffy trying to guide him in a direction. They were both shooting at the star. They didn't know what the fuck they were doing.
Bro,
and
Big
they
Stroke,
grew and
but
learned
the album-
and came with something special. The Biggie said
Ready
himself
to Die
in the
was
movie. What he
still
say when he
great
dropped
for
Life
them.
After Death? He said, "I mastered hip hop." He said, "I got it. I mastered it."
Ready to Die.
He said that after he did the verse with Bone Thugs.
He did. But that was on
Life After Death.
But let me get back over. Yo, you
The
gotta understand.
stories he
You gotta
told.
understand.
Do y'all
Yo,
y'all remember how the album started? Do y'all
Wait,
remember how
wait.
Life After Death started?
Hold on.
What was the first song on Life After Death?
Was it Drink?
Oh wait,
No, Juicy, right?
no fuck. What are you even talking about? Juicy was on the last album.
Hold on.
Right.
time out.
See, that's the
Hold on.
problem.
Hold on. Like
No,
I said,
that's-
hold on. I'm always
The first
sometimes
song
right.
on Life After Death was.
Oh, the first song on it.
I mean, very first song, as soon as it came on.
Single?
I'm sitting
Did
in
you
the
say
crib
that?
dreaming about little jets and coops, the way Saw shoots and how to sell records like Snoop. Oops, I'm interrupted by a doorbell. The nigga was telling stories.
Yes,
He started the album out by sitting in his
my
crib,
point
and
exactly.
it was he took you through.
Look, where was hip hop at that time?
He had an
Where was
image.
hip hop at that time?
Biggie took hip hop somewhere else. I feel like that.
Hell no.
Yes, he did.
Storytelling was still in
No,
that.
not storytelling.
No,
I'm not
that's what
saying
I'm speaking
storytelling.
on. The
I'm not saying that.
storytelling was hip hop at that time when the album dropped.
Storytelling go back to the 80s. What are you talking about?
That's what I'm speaking on.
I'm not saying story. I'm not saying. What I'm saying was Big wasn't telling stories on life after death. He was just rapping.
Yes. Okay.
But a lot of rappers do that. So what are we? I'm not sure what we're arguing here.
Because
I'm just not sure what the
Niggas
point
is talking
is.
loud.
I'm just not sure what the point.
The point was I felt that Ready to Die again. So let's go back to because I never even had this thought. Y'all brought this mixtape versus playlist. What did y'all say that that a playlist versus a album was?
well, to me, a playlist is something where you
And matter
done
of fact,
heard
since
that shit
he
everywhere.
understands y'all speak each other lingo a little bit more. So because he seems to have a little bit understanding about what I'm saying.
But my definition, which may not be his definition, no, but my definition is my definition.
Mm-hmm.
If I've heard this
Yeah,
shit,
I don't agree with his
several,
Yeah, no.
that's okay.
And that's where
No one in the room.
And that's why this shit's
He
called all
agrees
that
with
bullshit. Because when I say shit, you don't have to
But
agree
wait,
with me.
so you
Just
think-
tell me, yo,
you
I'm
think-
on that bullshit.
Right.
All right, bet. But what I'm saying is, a playlist to me is something that if you tell me you dropping an album, and I done heard 4 to 5 songs before I heard the album. It's a fucking playlist.
But how can you say
Wait,
that
so-
when we
so-
talking about something that came out in '94 and
Yeah.
that shit didn't even exist back then?
It didn't. But
Because back then niggas dropped albums, then did the singles.
how many singles did Big have?
On Ready to Die, he didn't have many.
Okay, that's why I'm rooting with Ready
He
to
had
Die.
2.
Now, how many singles did he have on Life After Death?
Only 1 or 2.
All right, so you had,
See, that's
you
what
had
I'm saying.
Hypnotized? No, you had Hypnotized?
I feel like people like
You had
you feel
Hypnotized?
like
You
what
had
you're
Juicy?
saying about Life After Death is false. That was not listen, bro. 95 of that album was raw. What's beef? What's beef?
The 10 Crack Commandments was on
the
that as
whole
well. We heard that though.
It only out of it was a double disc, right? What 24, 25 tracks? He
Yeah.
only had 2 or 3 radio tracks. He had Hypnotized. He had Fucking You Tonight with
R.
with your
Kelly.
boy. Now name
Yeah, that's
another
my
one.
man.
I'll wait.
You told me that Juicy was on that.
Juicy was on the first one.
Okay. Okay.
That's a whole
now we
different
go
album.
back. Y'all see where I'm coming
That's
from.
a
It's all
whole
good.
different
That was
album.
on the first album. That's what I was saying.
So exactly.
But I got confused with what you were asking me. You was like, what
Life
was the first
After
song of
Death
that?
was not a
As
commercial
single.
album. As much as people
Question.
try to push that to be a commercial album, it wasn't. That's
So wait,
false.
so what you're saying-
He had the joint with the locks on it. That's one of the hardest hip hop songs.
I
of all
will
time.
say, you gotta realize a lot of that, especially back then, niggas could say something wasn't a single, but it was for the city, and that's what Big had. He
And
had shit
that may
it-
be exactly
Hold
where
on,
I'm coming
hold on,
from.
hold on.
You
Matter
got
of
a
fact, you
question.
know what?
Yeah,
You
what's
got
your
the
question?
joint, right? Don't you Google shit? Pop up the playlist. Please, somebody
Pop up the playlist for which album?
Hold
For the
on.
Life After Death.
Okay, what's your
Yeah,
question
hold
to
on.
me?
So wait, so are you determining what is an album by how much radio play it gets? To?
Yes, because my thing
Which
is
makes no
wait,
fucking
wait,
sense.
wait,
Let me
wait.
finish. Let me
Hold on.
finish.
That's what y'all confused me with.
So-
I thought an album was if an artist
Yeah.
put his shit together
That's
and
what
put it
I'm
out. I
saying.
thought it was an album.
So let's talk about you.
So
Once
we
again,
doing the
Dark
playlist
Twisted Fantasy
you brought
was
up-
a 13 album track list. It had 13 tracks on it. Why was 11 on them on the radio?
Is Thriller an album?
Thriller is
I'm
an album.
It's
lost.
bad and
Y'all
album.
confused.
Yes,
me.
it is, but get no.
Wait, what's
Oh,
wrong
wait.
with
Are
you?
you ask, no, don't ask me. That ask me.
Hey,
Is
yo,
it an
Cole,
album or a
Look at
playlist?
that track list
That's-
and just give me
Bad-
a ratio
Bad is a
of commercial
fucking
and
playlist.
hard. Cause I need it.
Thriller?
Cause I go through
All
Didn't
right,
this.
say
you're
album.
looking at Life After Death. All right, you got Hypnotized.
Hypnotized.
Of course, Fucking You Tonight.
Big Papa was up there.
You got More Money, More Problems.
Come
Three.
on, that's
No,
three.
wait.
Keep going.
Wait, but this is a double disc now.
Yeah, you can
Remember.
Going Back to Cali.
Go.
That's commercial. That was commercial. Okay.
That was what he was. That was his rollout. That was his
That's fine.
rollout.
Limit.
Who?
Sky's the Limit.
Sky's the limit. That's what
Wait,
112.
wait,
That's fine right there.
wait.
That's fine.
That's a
Which one was
fucking-
Sky's the- because they were
I mean,
saying,
that's 5 out of 24 though.
that's 5 out of 24
Keep going,
songs.
keep
He
going.
can't find no more.
No, those are all the
That's
commercials,
it.
though. That's it.
Wait,
That's
also,
it. That's what I be telling people. No, that's what's not. That was Life After. I mean, that was Ready to
Now
Die.
my question is, how many
I'm telling you.
singles?
What was
I'm
changes?
telling you,
How
bro.
many
What
singles
was
are All Eyes on Me?
That's the ratio.
What was One More Chance?
Because I'm about to
What
get
was-
his best.
Ready to Die.
Okay. All right.
I'm telling you, I've
Now,
always
I'm
told
telling
people,
you
bro.
this.
People got that
Both
album
of those
twisted,
albums,
bro.
both of
A
those
ratio
albums
to
are
5 to
classic.
what's that a ratio? 5 to 19? That was a hard ass album, and that shit went. I'm telling you, you gotta go back and listen to it. That album was hard as hell.
Both of them albums
album's
are
hard.
classic.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's not even.
Yeah, and
Let's
so
not
it
even go
doesn't
there.
matter.
Let's not
But
even go there.
if I tell you,
What? That's
Commercial?
No, he asked me about All Eyes on Me.
Yeah.
Oh.
He said how many commercial joints are All Eyes on Me?
Yeah.
shit,
Okay, no, I would say 4.
That's all that's
How
on
is
me
it
was
three?
right
It
when
was
I
not
got out of
commercial.
jail.
It wasn't
was
That was right when Shook
Ambitions
Baby
Out
died.
Louder.
Listen, just because it
No,
can
actually-
be played on the radio,
No,
don't
you're
make
right.
it commercial.
No, it's a
I don't
good-
think that's fair.
Does.
Okay.
I don't
it's a
think
good
that's
five.
fair.
All right,
there
so
you go.
Ambitions
Like when
Out
y'all
Louder,
saying that,
How do you
and
want
said
it to
that
the
12
America's
is
Most
commercial,
Wanted?
that was what was he
Counseling
talking about?
Love.
Wasn't no commercial shit that he was talking about in that song with 112.
Man, that shit
I
on the
thought
radio every
commercial
time.
was.
All right, what's commercial to you?
I don't feel that's right. Just because a song is good enough to make the radio, does that make it commercial?
Yeah.
But
It
what is
crosses over to
commercials?
commercial.
Wait, time out. My
Yes.
thing is this, Don. What is commercials for?
To
Commercial
me,
just means-
no,
No.
wait. When I always thought of commercial, corny is what I thought. of.
No.
Okay,
When you say commercial, I'm like, whoa.
When I hear commercial,
Let me say
That's
this.
when I hear commercial.
Let me say this. Cause you got some artists that you can hear sound like, yo, they trying to be commercial. Shit's
Exactly,
corny.
like you
Yeah,
trying to make a
But
song
no.
to fit.
But you can have a song, somebody make a genuinely good song that's so good that it crosses over to commercial.
Mad City.
Like, and that's what I'm saying about the
Mad
So
City
you
is
gave it
commercial,
5.
but it's not
What I'm
trendy.
trying to take away, what's the song on 112 we just brought up?
Sky's
So
the
because
Sky's the limit.
Sky's the limit, because that made it to commercial. I don't think that song was commercial. They had somebody sing, but what was the
No,
content about
no.
it? What was he talking about?
It's a commercial.
It was a hard song.
No, it is, and it's a commercial
And there's
song too.
there's a
You
difference.
see, I didn't see that.
There's a
now
difference
see, when,
between-
to me, that's a
you
whole
said,
other
you said,
thing.
wait, hold on, let me get off. Wait.
Like Hypnotize was commercial.
No, it was.
Let me
It
say
was.
this. Let me
More
say
Money,
this.
More Problems is commercial.
Now, hold on, because you just
That's
came out with your
commercial.
definition of commercial, which you said you felt was corny.
Yeah, like More Money, them niggas songs
I'm gonna
that
let
we
you know
making
that. That's
for
not
the radio.
in my definition.
Like when I heard that song,
When
I
I
think
hear-
that only made the radio because he
When I-
died.
when
I
I-
don't think that would have made the radio if
Don.
he would have stayed alive.
Don, when I
don't-
watch a commercial, you know what I'm saying? When I watch a commercial, it's commercial. It ain't part of the program. It's commercial. So nothing that any artist do is supposed to be commercial or gimmicky. But it
That's
makes
gimmicky. That's what I feel.
it makes it
Gimmicky.
to a commercial. As in, I'm gonna tell you this: Chance the Rapper had the worst album of the year.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: the fucking Doritos commercial song was better than any song that he had on his album.
Okay, let me go to what you were saying about the baby. Do you know why the reason why because he can rap, but the reason why his album sound the same because he's trying to that shit commercial. He's trying and it all is follows the same pattern. That's commercial. You know what
And
I
I'll
mean?
give you
It
that.
ain't
Wait.
corny,
I'll give you that.
but he's trying to make the radio with every single
hold
cut.
up.
To me,
That's a
that's
playlist to me.
You're not wrong.
That's what a
You're
playlist
just
is.
not wrong.
Like with that song we're talking about on Life After Death, I'm sorry, was like I don't think they was shooting
But no,
to
that's-
make it. It just happened. It just was good
No,
enough
exactly.
to make
It made it to
I don't
a
think you
commercial.
could sign a song because it was good enough to make breathe by now.
listen,
Was
no.
that commercial?
No, bro,
Or did it just
bro.
make it to
No,
be
no.
commercial?
Yo,
That was hard.
No, listen,
That was
listen.
a hard.
Listen.
All right, hey, yo, we gotta get some structure.
Yo, let me say
Let
this.
us go. Let's just go real quick.
5 minutes here, bro. I'm gonna debate something. There is a difference between being commercial and trying to be commercial. What I said a minute ago, Mad City, that song is commercial because it plays, but it's not trying to be commercial. That's the mix up here.
And that's what I'm saying. So can we
Yeah.
sit here and point at it and say it's commercial?
No.
If it's not commercial and it made it commercial, I think that's two totally.
We're all in
No,
agreement.
no,
We're all in
no.
agreement that
No, because
precedence is
here's the thing. Because you have a preconception that commercial means corny.
And
That's not what we're saying. Just because I'm a commercial, not saying don't make it bad.
So you just saying it
But
made
that is
it
kind of,
It
but that
made
is
it-
kind of what he's
It
saying.
made it commercial.
Because he's taking points away from albums for having
no,
radio.
he's on that bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. We're not agreeing with him.
No, we're not agreeing with him at all.
Haven't been.
But what I'm saying is like, let's say, all right, let's keep using Sky's the Limit as an example, right? Let's, like you said with a commercial. Let's say Doritos do a commercial with Sky's the Limit in there.
Mm-hmm.
Now that song's commercialized. It's still a hard song.
right.
It's just
And and now it's selling more because it's commercialized.
Like to me, like when he came on, his mom talking to him about. He said he came on. Wasn't that the song when he said, "We got our ass beat for selling 3 bricks of straight flour." And like with the money in the half hour, he was talking about all bullshit in that shit.
Well,
To me, those aren't commercial tracks.
No.
No,
More Money, More Problems was
you're
commercial
saying-
because we was
and
dancing,
you're saying- you're-
talking about.
but you're
we
just-
was blatantly trying to reach to the masses.
But you're literally
Commercial appeals to the masses.
Yeah,
right?
that's what you were saying
That's
about,
the best.
about trying to be commercial and something going commercial organically.
So basically, y'all
That's
saying if
what
it
you
go
do.
commercial, it's commercial.
Yeah.
It ain't no.
Yeah,
commercial.
it's still
It's not
commercial.
about.
That's what we're
Okay,
saying. Yeah.
I can accept that,
Yeah.
but I never looked at it like
But
that.
that's
I always felt like, okay, let me.
mind you, I'm
The best one I can put right now is The Truth. Beanie Siegel album was raw
Raw,
as
yes,
hell,
yes.
but The Truth went commercial.
Commercial, yes.
But that wasn't commercial.
You talking to a nigga from Philly right now?
That wasn't
I know.
commercial. To me, that's one of the best albums all time. I could have put that in my top 5.
Okay,
I
and-
came up off that album, but he had a rate. That shit was on the radio.
And I get where you get that definition.
That was on
I
the radio,
get-
and that shit was one of the
Like-
rawest songs ever.
and I get what you're saying.
He was hungry, fresh out the ghetto.
But let me say this though, as somebody who also does business with music, I want to. Ugly.
Ah man, I'm just promoting, you know what I'm saying?
No,
I love this
but, like,
shit.
yeah, no,
Barbershop talk.
I'm gonna have
Yo,
some.
I got
That's why I
niggas
wanted to
sweating
come
in this
through.
bitch.
I'm like,
Got
yo,
to.
he's
Got
Alright,
to.
so-
I'm coming through once a month.
All right,
talking about.
so mind you, like I'm Poe that started Poe Vision. Poe Vision ENT is a label. I got people up there that spit. You feel me? And their content gonna be like that.
Yeah.
But if they go commercial, I'm not
You
gonna.
from Philly, nigga? Y'all got
Gus.
the best rappers in the
Word.
world. I'm already know.
I'm not gonna say.
Ain't much in there.
I don't want you to go
I didn't
commercial.
want-
I want you to
All
still
right,
be able
say
to
me what
spit
you
your
saying now.
content,
Right.
spit that shit,
Right.
but make it sound good when
Right.
niggas like it.
You know what? You from Philly. Let's talk to like Cassidy. Those were commercials. As raw as he was,
Yes,
those
yes.
hits were
Were
blatantly
commercial. Yes.
commercial. He
Yes.
was
All right,
trying
bet,
and
bet.
shooting
All right, bet,
at
bet,
the stars to
bet,
go commercial.
bet,
He
bet.
tried his
All right,
hardest
how about this though?
to go commercial.
Because you were talking about content. What was I'm a hustler? He's talking about selling drugs and all
Exactly.
that.
I didn't feel like
My
it was
drink
commercial.
and my
But
It
it
two
just
still was
happened
commercial. It
to
was
go commercial.
Drink and my two steps.
He's talking
It
about
happened
getting
to go to
into.
commercial.
He's talking about getting into the car accident.
Exactly.
It still went commercial.
That shit was hard though.
It was.
That shit was hard.
And then-
See, in my
and
content,
that's
I
so
never
good.
seen how you
Deep.
can put hard in commercial.
But see,
No,
no, no,
it
no.
was
you know what I'm
hard.
saying? That's hip hop because hip hop
so
is
good that
raw.
everybody
it's
loves
just
it.
raw. It doesn't matter what you say or do.
and most
long
raw
as it's
songs
raw.
don't make it commercial.
LL Cool J to me is
And that's
the
why
most
I always
rawest
felt
nigga.
like if it made, and that's why again, and I could be
And,
totally wrong.
that's why I said you got the preconception that commercial means corny, which is
And
not,
I-
which is
And I
not.
understood what you meant by saying that, but it's
Now,
not.
if you trying to be
take that
commercial,
out,
you have to keep it.
Yeah.
But
What about we were talking about DMX? Those
Yeah.
records were hard. They were
Yeah,
pretty
all-
hard.
yeah, but they would.
That's what
And they
I'm
were all
saying.
commercial.
But so
None of that
which
shit
one-
was commercial.
None
No,
of that
they
shit
all-
was commercial.
they all was
None of
commercial.
it. I
They
can give
just
you one
happened to
song.
go commercial.
I can give you
Exactly.
one
You can't, but
song.
Exactly.
I don't think you can call
But
it
these
commercial.
bitches,
No, it
I
went-
don't know
it-
what
it-
it
it
is.
went
It's his most
commercial.
I don't think
commercial
that's right.
song.
It went
But I
commercial.
get what y'all saying.
Yeah.
The bottom line is if you want to black X and O, it went commercial, so it's commercial.
Yeah.
Yes.
But in real life, it's like that shit was that
Yeah,
shit
it was raw.
That
Like,
shit was not commercial.
The only
Let me
commercial
say
song DMX got from me is what these bitches want from a nigga.
That was commercial.
That was commercial.
Commercial, but that
because
was,
guess what?
that album-
How's
that
it going
that
down
album was
is
pretty
the
tough.
most disrespectful song ever.
that song was, and that went commercial too. They
It
shit like
did.
Like, because,
It did.
okay,
But
but
that's
that
the
shit was
most
hard.
disrespectful song
That was a
ever.
hard song about.
That is a
That
moment.
was
No,
hard.
how do you R&B
That song
some
was
thug
hard.
ass shit
Yo,
like that? Like,
let me say this though. You talking about something sounding commercial and then content, you think they shouldn't go together. Would you, alright, you probably would know. I Can't Feel My Face by The Weeknd. That shit sounds commercial as fuck.
Yeah.
The whole song is talking about doing cocaine. He got a Nickelodeon award off that shit.
Right. It get.
I think it
Like
comes
I
down.
always hear like a certain
That's
sound in
just because
commercial
when you
music.
when you hear the word commercial, you think negative.
You okay?
And I
So,
get,
so
I get that because I come from underground music. I grew up playing punk music and shit, so I get that. But like commercial, and it took me a long time to learn this. It doesn't always mean bad.
it doesn't mean bad.
It just means it's
so when you broke down and said that,
Exactly.
yo, that's
It just
corny
means
to
it
me,
sells.
I understood
Like-
what you were saying, and I'm like, yo, it's not corny. It's just when you
It's
watch
selling.
TV and you see a fucking Amazon commercial with these motherfuckers singing and shit, you don't give a fuck about the words. At the end of the day, it ain't part of the program you watching. It's a commercial, and that's what I feel.
It just means it's selling.
these rollout songs are commercial. That Suge shit by the baby,
That's
is
commercial.
fucking
as fuck.
commercial.
But it
hits.
Yeah,
It was a commercial.
Exactly.
That was definitely a commercial.
All right, man. Let's move on, man. We done hit an hour. I'm letting you know. I got Dangerous Donnie and I got Gus in the building, and Poe ain't letting shit go up under the rug.
Facts.
What else do we want to talk about? I'm sorry.
Grammys.
The Grammys dropped
I ain't following
the
it.
nominees.
I haven't either.
And if Poe could, can you bring up the nominees of the shit that we care about? Because I don't care about rock and all that bullshit. I don't care about it. Sorry, Gus. I know you.
No, not the shit the Grammys listen to. It's just trash.
Nah, it is.
The good rock music you gotta go away
But
from.
I will say this: J. Cole is once again submitting his music by Walter.
This is the
White.
first time in a while though. He hasn't.
No, he submitted it last year too.
Did he?
Yeah, he did. What
Did
album
he?
was that? No, he did.
I don't pay attention to the Grammys.
Yeah, me
That shit's
No,
trash.
he did. He did. The album.
That's
that,
commercial, right?
For Your Eyes
The
Only.
Grammys are the meaning of
For Your Eyes Only made the
Big Three
Grammys
Live
last
was a
year,
commercial.
and niggas was saying that album.
That motherfucker nigga last year. Nigga, that album-
Not last year. No. What was,
died
what
for
was the
that.
album that dropped last year
You
from
feel that
him?
was a commercial?
Kids,
It was
KOD.
commercial.
Yeah, it was up there.
It would come because he died.
And everybody was saying this about
That's what I'm
Tom
saying.
win.
Yeah,
It
died
wasn't
for that.
commercial.
Bacardi
but
won.
Yeah.
So my thing is, I seen it. I don't know exactly who was nominated, but I know J. Cole was nominated for probably three. But the three that he was nominated for was like the collab joint with him and 21 Savage. Then you had his Dreamville album. Then I think he's also nominated for a song that he did with YBN Cordae, which salutes to YBN Cordae. who I feel-
No. YB Corday's song is with him and Chance.
Him and Chance, but he also has one also with him and Anderson .Paak.
Please tell me
Like-
that Chance shit is not nominated.
No. Chance shit not
Okay,
nominated.
good.
Hey, Poe, when you bring it up, can you bring up the rap album of the year? That's the one I really want to talk about. But
Because I don't even know what song.
do we want J. Cole to win a Grammy?
Depends on who else is on
All right,
it.
we got.
I think he deserves. I don't think he's gonna win one.
It depends on
But
who
I think
else.
he does deserve.
I think we gotta hear who
I
else. is
feel
on
the
it
same
first.
way.
We got
What we got? What's
We gotta
this?
hear who else.
we got Revenge of the Dreamers 3.
This is albums?
Yeah.
Rap albums, sorry.
We got Championships by Meek. I Am Greater Than I Was, 21 Savage, Igor by Tyler, and then Lost Boy by YB and Cordae.
I'm sorry. Out of all that,
No,
I
yeah.
feel that
I would give it to Cordae.
I would give it to Cordae,
Same.
but let me break it down
But
why.
does
I
it
feel
deserve an album? I mean, does it deserve a Grammy?
yeah,
Yeah,
nah,
you
it
must
does-
give it to him.
His album is hard.
album
I gotta go get on.
by far
I'm just asking.
YBN Cordae, and I'm surprised that Rhapsody didn't throw her album.
Yeah, no, yeah. I
But a
was
lot
thinking
of
that.
people
You know,
are
she
not.
trained at Jawbreaker.
Huh?
You know, she trained at Jawbreaker.
Word. I need to go back through, but we'll talk about that off wax. Like I said, I don't feel Mans is rocking with me.
Rhapsody. Yeah, we get over it.
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
Rhapsody used to work over at Crabtree in the Foot
Word.
Foot Locker, yeah, she went
Yeah,
with
Aaron
Aaron.
was telling
Shout
me
out my
that.
nigga, bro Deacon. Anyways, I feel out of that, I feel that Champion Meek Mill is better than Dreamville. As an album. I don't care about the niggas bars.
Well, that's 'cause it
That
is an
niggas
album.
spit.
Championship didn't deserve no. I don't think it deserved a Grammy. Though you think it deserved a Grammy?
I feel it should be
I
nominated.
feel like it should be
But
nominated. I don't think it should
dude,
win.
I don't
I
think
agree.
it should win. With that being said, I'm saying that that album is better than the Dreamville album.
I agree because it's a vision.
Two,
It's a-
I feel that
Musically, yeah.
YBN Corday album is better than everybody you just listed. Who was the fourth nigga you named?
No, 21 Savage.
21 Savage. That's one of the young boys besides YG, which you already know on 400. The nigga signed me already. You know.
This nigga. On that bullshit,
Hey,
for real.
hey, yo, YG done sent me my chain. It's coming in the mail and this shit. 400. Anyways, yo, that's fucked up. I was supposed to wear that shit today. I'm wearing a plain ass t-shirt. Yes, YBN Corday should win that. I like the production. I like the samples. I like the features. I like the concept of the album. Lost Boy should win.
That 21 album was hard though.
It was.
I'm not gonna take.
I was actually surprised by that album. It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Well,
But
I'm-
it was also the first 21 Savage project I ever listened to.
I've been rocking.
Me too.
I've been rocking with him for a little while, but
What's the next category?
as good as his other old stuff was, it wasn't on the same level.
What else we looking at?
Just the rap shit, the rap collectives, the rap solo artists, the rap shit. I know when I looked up there, it was
We
all,
got let's see here, best rap performance for
What the-
singles or tracks.
Time out. What the fuck does that mean?
It says
Rap?
it says for a rap
Like
performance,
it's
either their
ready.
single or their or tracks only. That's what it says.
But okay, all right,
So it's just
cool.
the best song.
Because
That's who,
when you say
they
performance,
got best song or something different. So
yeah, like
it's
like
weird.
that
some
song
live
is
It's weird.
weird.
It's weirdo shit.
But when you have fucking performance, like when I read this, I'm like performance,
It's like some live shit.
like
So,
yeah, it's
that's
some
what
live
you think.
shit.
All right,
I've never understood that.
For that one, they got Middle Child by Cole, Suge, Down Bad by Dreamville, and Racks in the Middle by Nipsey.
I'm not gonna lie. I think they're gonna give.
They gonna get.
I think they're gonna give one to Nip, and I'm
That's
not.
not
I'm
like
not
sit
the
there and
type
act
of-
like that song wasn't
No,
like,
no. It was
dumb
hot.
tough.
It was
But
hot.
talk that shit.
But you gotta admit they're doing it because he got it.
And
But he
exactly.
got,
Nah, that's
wait,
what
I
they
went
doing.
through this today. Did he not get nominated? Was he not at the Grammys last year for a nomination?
Yeah, I
He
think-
For the same album.
No,
that wasn't on that. No, that song came out after. That
No,
wasn't
Racks in the
Victory
Middle.
Lap.
What did he get nominated for?
Listen.
That for Victory Lap, the
Yes.
album for best rap album.
Racks in the
Yes.
Middle was not on that.
It was
Who?
not on it.
Racks in the Middle was
He
for the
dropped
album that he was
that-
about to drop before he died.
Exactly.
Racks in the Middle was
Thank
not
you,
on
sir.
Victory
I
Lap.
just went through this debate on Facebook.
I
Right.
apologize.
So I don't think that's right because the whole internet said he's only getting nominated because he died, and that's a lie. Because he was there with his daughter. I had to post a picture on the Facebook today. He was there with his daughter last year because he was nominated.
And
for the
as
best
strong
album.
as everybody
Okay, you're right.
feels,
That's a
and
fact.
I'm the type of person, and I'm not.
And it
gonna-
should have been nominated.
We
I do agree
not
with
biased.
that. That
We
shit
not
is- this is
biased
not
up
saying
here,
bad,
and
yeah.
I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
biased. But I'm gonna tell you this, yo, Cardi B definitely deserved. Right, I feel.
Hold on, wait.
Wait.
Right,
No,
you
no,
talking
no.
about last year when she won?
Last year, when she won.
I don't
Wait, listen
fucking
to me.
agree, man.
Wait.
That bitch talking about pussy popping.
Dog.
Versus his message on
Do
that.
you know who?
Man, you
do
crazy
you know
as
who's
hell.
in the front?
Nigga,
Wait,
that
wait,
album,
Who else was on
that
it?
album
No,
won't be appreciated
no,
for
bring
to
it-
another 3, 4, 5
No,
years.
no, no. First of all,
we had this debate. I said this.
Exactly. Wait, hold on. That album was a great. I put that album the same way
She
I
can
put
rap her
DMX
ass
first
off.
album.
I ain't
Why
gonna
not?
Right? I put her first album in the
She
same
can rap and her
category.
arrangements
as
is dope.
I'm not gonna lie
I'm
to
not
you
going
guys,
there.
yo. I'm not gonna bullshit you, and I know this. Y'all know me. At the end of the day, that is me and Poe had this debate about, yo, is Cardi album up
Yeah, I
there?
thought that album
with
was
the
better than
first-
Victory Lap.
No, listen to what I'm saying.
I don't know.
Listen to me.
Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying.
Okay.
First of all, I just want to say
Proceed.
that Cardi B's album, when it comes down to debut albums, is up there with the Snoop Dogg's, the fucking Kendricks, and the DMX's.
I don't
disagree.
If you just said that her album
Wait,
wasn't
no,
better than
no,
his,
let
then
me
his
finish.
was
Let me finish.
Cause she a female?
No. Who? You gotta understand, we talking about the fucking Grammy.
Yo,
Who is driving
Bro,
the
yo.
seat of the fucking Grammys?
Let me.
It ain't your skin complexion.
Yo, let me-
it ain't my
Yo,
skin
that's a
complexion.
fact.
Plus, you don't
Honestly,
want to
for
hear
Victory Lap
the
to even
closest
be nominated
skin
kind of blew my
complexion.
mind.
Let me break it down, because I feel like you be losing, bro, a little bit. And
It's
so
not
it's
being
because
undercut.
it's the way you word shit. No, we talk about debut albums, just debut albums. No
So that was a debut. That wasn't. I thought it was best rap album.
No,
it was.
It was.
Where I'm coming
What
from.
he's saying is Cardi B's album is up there with the Snoops in them because she had.
But that was his debut album too, right?
That's what I'm about to say. They both go up there.
Exactly.
Period. Now,
I'm not
I personally
putting
feel like that year, we talking how they look
That
at
year,
they
Cardi ran that
they
year.
look at sales.
Commercially.
Exactly.
Commercially, but guess what?
Listen.
Cardi B is. No, let me
She
break
is
it down.
commercial. Can I finish
So
my
Cardi
thought?
B can get love for her commercial, but Jay-Z, when I break his name up, he'll get love for his commercial.
Once again,
No, let's
who's
just-
That's what
driving
I'm like.
the
It
front
all
seat?
it's all a big bubble. You
No.
gotta kind of combine it
Who's
all.
driving
Can
the
I
front
finish
seat?
my thought?
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. God damn.
No, when I've said this up here before, and I'm saying it to you, that year she should have won Best Album, not Best Rap Album.
I get what you're saying because it was a full.
Exactly.
I get you on that.
But she was up there with.
I agree.
She was up there with Victory Lap.
No, I
She
agree on that.
Astro World was in there, and J Rock joint was in there.
But Nipsey shit
should've-
wasn't even in the fucking like the whole best album of the year.
No, that's what
Best rap.
I think he should have
It was
won
just
Best
Best
Rap
Rap
Album.
And I agree with you as well.
won that.
But
I think so too.
and well, let's not forget, because it was you and Gus in the same room, a bunch of other collectives, where we sat down and said, "Yo, this album came out in January and stuck with niggas
Yes.
past
Before
November,
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
before he passed."
Facts,
Victory
bro.
Lap,
I could not
and that's
erase
what
that
I'm
shit out
saying.
of my playlist, bro.
Victory
And
Lap
I'm gonna be honest,
is a great
I only
album.
put that shit out because it changed my whole perspective. He's the first rapper that literally redirect that. I don't give a fuck what these niggas talking about. Like, I really come from selling crack. I come from the shit these talking about.
Bro,
like,
don't incriminate
but-
yourself, my nigga.
Man, please, man. I'm 10 years past removed all that shit.
All right, cool.
I come from the shit y'all talk while y'all in studios. I was doing that. So I never really cared about, oh yeah, you dope, but get the fuck out of here. That nigga redirected certain thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, that album was
And that's
powerful,
why
my
his
nigga.
death is important in hip hop, because a
It was
lot
very
of
important.
niggas is out here trying to capitalize on the words of Nip. Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Things happen for a reason. I'm not saying his death was something that should have happened. I'm not gonna say that, but it's damn sure appreciated.
But
Because
I'm gonna be
let's
honest.
be real. Let's be real. Dave East has probably behind YMB Corday, behind Rhapsody, behind a few, he has the top 5 album of the year. But guess what? Niggas ain't gonna know it because they're not gonna go give it a listen. But if you give that shit a listen, you get the same feel that you got from Nip Victory Lap
I'm not
that you
going
will get from his shit.
Okay, I gotta go.
I don't know if
You ain't
I can see
I ain't-
why
I'm
you
talking
say
about
that, but I
this
can't say I
song,
agree.
like,
100%.
Nigga,
And I was gonna say, 'cause
what?
that's tough. Because that album really stands
No,
out, man.
that album is cold.
The second I turned that album on and I heard that lady singing, I was not a Nip fan. I want to fight in Charlotte.
No, I've been a Knicks fan since 09, my brother.
Hey yo, listen.
Yeah.
I
They say
went.
never
I,
tired.
I went to his. I ain't gonna lie. It was 2017. I went to his show in Atlanta, and when that album dropped, when I first heard that shit, that lady sing it was.
Marsha and Brooklyn.
It's just it was mute. It's not even really all about his lyrics. It was a marriage. That album was a
And
marriage.
see, and then
You know what I mean?
another thing
He's been
is
like
That album was a marriage.
another
man.
thing
He's
for
been like that for a
that's
while.
I think I said this.
And I
to you.
agree. I go back on his early music now.
Yeah,
I'm
I
a
still
fan,
listen to more
but
like the marathon stuff like that more than I do Victory.
Crenshaw's
Man,
still my
listen,
shit.
man.
Crenshaw's still my shit.
But he progressed.
Yeah,
So y'all don't hear
That's-
the progression.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah,
Whoa,
no, no.
whoa.
From Nip from the early
No, no,
days.
Definitely.
No.
Nip early days,
But he-
I'm a cool.
But
No,
isn't that,
he's always the shit you're
No
talking
matter
about.
what- wait,
He's
time out, I got a
always
question.
been.
I
He's
got a
always
question for him.
sprinkled
We're
that
talking
in.
about
I got a
Because this
question.
album,
Sprinkle.
no,
He
this
gave
album
it
was when he
to
gave it to you directly.
Exactly.
So I get where
I
you're
got a
coming from.
question for Don.
And then hold on, and then with the song that y'all saying being nominated, I felt he so clearly gave his message on that Racks in the Middle shit. After Victory Lap, he so clearly gave us that shit. Like you see, he sprinkled it. He gave us a full album. I think that next album that he would have dropped would have been something. Like
And-
literally,
and
one of the
that's-
best
Now,
albums.
Don, I'm gonna ask you something because
Literally.
I keep hearing, which the word I fucking forgot. Just bear with me. I just
Bro?
got my ass man. Nah, he keeps saying that You keep saying, but yo, I'm retarded. bro.
Progression?
Progression from an artist.
That's
Is
what it
that
means.
is that what you look for in an artist? Is the progression?
Yeah, because if you like, I feel like people get caught up in the first, like, oh, it was caught up, but like you didn't hear that he. Like
Okay.
you missed
So-
that jump that he
so-
did after that hard project.
So
you know what I mean?
let's say
Some
I
people
do
like the-
miss that, and I say, you know what, Nip's next. I'm just saying, Nip's next album, I'm not rocking with. It's trash. But if you feel like his progression proceeded, you would debate me.
Say that again. You gotta run. that
Okay,
back.
so
You gotta run that. You didn't catch that.
so
You
when it comes down to you and what you look for in an artist, it seems like you look for the growth of an artist.
I look for the.
Now,
I'm saying
as
you
a
should
man
never
that
go
I know-
backwards in nothing,
No,
right?
Exactly, and that's what I want to get across, because you are a boxer and you've been in that lifestyle. You always want to do better than your first match, your second match, your third match. You always want to progress. But if Nip or any artist that you ever rocked with took a step back, do you automatically feel that they fell off? Like, for instance, 50 Cent. Let's speak on 50. Get Rich or Die Trying. Everybody in this room would say that's his best album. His next album was The Massacre.
It was
And
more
which
commercial,
everybody said-
but it was still tough.
It was still tough. That's
Listen
where
to
I'm
that
at
album.
with
That
it.
album
shit
was
was
tough.
trash.
Now
Are
see,
you crazy?
now
Trash.
see
That
where I'm
album was
coming
tough,
from.
I've hated 50 Cent ever since.
Hey yo, bro, that was a good album.
Now, with
That was
him
tough.
saying that,
So said.
now would you say that it was trash because of his progression? Fell back? Now, with that being said,
I
let's just
honestly
say,
didn't see much progression in that.
There was no progression.
okay,
You
so
see,
do
I
you-
didn't see.
with you-
Honestly, I did see maybe a regression.
You remember the
album.
conversation we had?
So hold on,
Now,
I'm trying to fill him out. I'm trying
it
to
was
fill him
a
out balls.
regression.
So when
It
it
was a
comes down
regression
to artists,
for sure. But
that's
it was
what
a
you
dope
look
album.
for.
It was a regression in that.
Because really, me,
That wasn't
I just want to
progression.
know is when it comes out to an artist, is this album better than your last?
No,
album?
what I look.
See,
The
I don't-
bottom line is
I'm
this.
not looking
What
for
I'm
that.
saying is.
No, I want
what-
to get him because I'm
what you
trying to figure
what
it
you
out.
directing towards is this. Is the Illmatic when Nas dropped. The first time we heard him, we all was, oh my God, that shit was
Exactly.
dope. And it was. He was a kid spitting, dropping jewels in the production, and it was raw as fuck.
Exactly.
I love the album like a motherfucker. Just like I love Ready to Die. Don't get nothing I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah, 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 yeah.
I love Ready to Die too. But when you sit and listen to the difference and the knowledge and the different stories you can tell
With the growth. With the growth.
just in life, period.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't see how we can even really compare the two. You know what I mean? The different stories that Nas told on that next album because of where his mind had expanded to. You could, like you was on level 2. As dope as that was, you was on level 2. You graduated to level 4, and I can hear that shit just by what you talking.
See,
Now
Like,
with
yo,
that,
shit
does that
has
make an
expanded.
artist great to you? That just makes you be like, yo,
'Cause he's
okay.
getting better?
So not all right. So the way I'm trying to fill you out, I'm
no,
throwing
because a lot of
artists in
artists
there.
get better.
So Wayne,
Like Jim Jones. No, not Wayne. That's Jim Jones.
Jim Jones is so fire right now.
That right.
He's
That's
very
one of the
honest.
most.
His album
He
was
might
garbage.
have the most improved ever.
Yeah,
his
his
last album was
Most-
garbage.
What?
You
His
tripping.
last album was
Yeah, you're wrong.
garbage.
You're
You're
tripping.
just
His
wrong.
Jim Jones last
You're
album.
on that bullshit. You on that
His
bullshit.
last album was.
Hey yo,
Come on.
son.
I like that.
That album was tough, son.
Was it because of samples? Was it because of
That's all I'm
production?
saying.
I think-
Listen,
I think-
Jim Jones is a movie
Jim
guy.
Jones is
At
better
this point,
than Cam right now.
at this point,
Right now, yes.
At this point,
Cam
Right
not
now-
even the best nigga in his crew.
All time.
at this
All
point,
time, Cam is the best.
at this
At what?
point,
All time.
Promoting, yes.
Nah,
this
see,
point,
I don't think
Jim
you know
Jones
Cam
is the
full
best
body
in
of
the
work.
collective.
Right, I will agree with you.
What'd you say? What'd you say?
Right now, Cam.
As of right now, Jim Jones is the best in the whole collective.
Yes.
He's grown with
He's the
everybody
best
else.
what now?
He's the best in the whole collective. All
Out of
Dipset.
Dipset.
Oh, Dipset, hell yeah. That's not.
But,
He
um,
puts out the best projects. He's
yeah.
not the best rapper, but he puts out the best.
But,
projects.
he may be the best.
That's
rapper
what
at
I
this
go
point.
off of.
But no,
Rapping.
I want to say this one thing about
And
the.
you might. You right.
At this point,
You're
I
right.
think he is.
How long do you keep holding on to certain?
Yeah,
you
because I mean,
But I do want to say
Joel
something.
Joel's
to
to-
me, he's a director. He makes movies.
Yeah.
He makes movies. He raps slow.
Yeah.
He's not a spitter. He makes
Go get
movies.
off.
But no, I do want to say something about you saying the growth of something. Yes, but then you get like the earlier stuff can stick with you a different way.
No doubt, and I
And-
get
and-
that. I think
and-
that's more of an emotional
No,
response
yeah, it is.
than
Like,
dealing with
let me
actually
say-
being put
But
out.
isn't that what art's about?
But let me say,
No, I don't deal with it. No,
For
I
me-
don't think so.
for me-
so you can't stop judging something. Sorry,
No,
but you can't stop judging something.
But no, let me say, let me say this.
Emotional response.
Somebody grab the tongue.
Yeah, but let me say this though, because one of the first verses I ever heard from Nipsey was off of Bullets Have No Name? I think the name
Bullets
of it.
have no name yet.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if that was the first shit, but that's
That was one of the first ones I heard. It was a song called Killers. It was him and Drake. This was back in 09.
Yeah, I heard that honestly
And-
for the first time like a year ago.
And there's a quote that stuck with me ever since when I heard that shit. When I was in high school. He was like, your worst enemy is idle time. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that's always stuck with me. That quote will stick with me more than anything on Victory Lap. But Victory Lap is a better project. So you're saying so the growth can be one thing, but something can just stick with you different.
Yeah.
So with that being
Right.
said,
I think that that's
both of those
emotional.
matter.
That's your personal favorite.
And both of
That's
them-
my baby. But
Yeah.
that didn't make it better. That's what I'm like. It's two different conversations.
Yeah.
Your personal favorite versus better, and that's what I was asking when I first came here. What are we talking
Well, I
about?
don't think anybody was saying that the early
Better?
was better. Like,
no, I'm
Nah, but that we talking
No,
about
no,
our
I'm saying-
experience.
no, I'm saying-
We talking about the big. We talking about the knives. We talking
No,
about the
but I
net. We
also
talking
wanna-
about the progression.
I also want to say
everybody.
that you're saying that he got so much more polished with the way he did the business talk. I don't think he got more polished at doing it. I think he had to sprinkle it in before because he had to mix it with what people wanted to hear.
Oh, he said that himself though. If you really listen, because I literally have dove in the. If you listen to him, he said that.
Yeah.
Once I learned what he said, when I go back over, he said, I make this record, I make that record, and then I see what they respond to.
Exactly.
They responded
I think,
to the business.
exactly.
You responded
Yeah.
to that buyer. So
Exactly.
he gave you 20 of those buyers this time instead of one of them.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
So
he
it
mastered over
took him that long
time.
to get there.
Exactly. So I do respect.
The growth.
Exactly. You saying, okay, let me figure that out. Oh, no, let me put that
But
aside.
that's not the
I'm
only
going to put
thing
that
that
aside. No, I'm not. I didn't
No,
say
no,
that. I didn't say
was
that
trying to
Ready to
pick that
Die
out
isn't
from
a
him.
5 out of 5
Yeah.
album,
Yeah.
but I can't rate it over when you grew. What I've seen you take 3 and 4, but I'm not going to
I
put
think
it over.
it depends on the album.
You know what I
So I
mean?
think it's,
And
but
I
now,
agree.
but
Sometimes
now it
you'll
also
grow and
depends
still
I
on.
agree too.
It also
And I
depends-
do feel Reasonable Doubt is Jay-Z's best album.
It
of all
al- it
time.
also-
And I'll be
dep-
honest with you, Illmatic I still think is better than it was written. Did he grow as a rapper? Yeah.
It-
But I
it
think
also-
the stories he was telling on Illmatic were better.
And
Even
then,
if he
and then
didn't
it
grow.
also depends
So,
on.
that
It
nigga was
also
talking about
depends on the
he turned himself
demographic.
into a gun.
Let me tell you.
He did not do nothing remotely like that on Illmatic.
Let me
Everything from Illmatic was direct. Talking about what he seen, what
That's
he
what I'm
was
saying.
doing.
I like that kind of
Running through a
storytelling.
hallway
Yeah, but
bullshit.
you say that.
He
but
grew so much, he
Bro,
talked
you go-
about turning himself to a gun.
Bro, you gonna tell me that his verse for Live at the Barbecue wasn't fire? No.
That shit was fire.
That's 91.
What the hell
That
was
shit
that?
was
Jesus? You know
fire.
what I mean?
That shit was fire.
But that wasn't on
What
Illmatic.
the hell
either.
was snuffing Jesus?
And that's a fact. What the hell was snuffing Jesus? It's one of the
I
illest
always,
joints, but
Nas, I always like the like it's almost like reporting. Like it's like
Nas the one. Nas the
I like that
is the
Illmatic style.
Like I said, I feel like it goes to his demographic because somebody like us will gravitate to Victory Lap when he's talking that type of talk, but then somebody could gravitate when he did the song Fly Crippin' when he's just talking about some gangbanging shit.
That's a fact.
So I think
it's about where you at.
Exactly.
That's what. And 10 years ago, we growing. I'm 31 years old, and I got 6 kids. I got a career. I'm 10. I'm a,
Damn, nigga,
right.
fucking-
I'm a professional. I'm a professional boxer. I'm 10 and 1. I'm in states. He know how I get down.
I know,
I'm
I know.
around. You know. What I
Hey,
mean? Like,
speaking of that, because I want to clear off, because I know niggas' attention spans, they see you, they gonna be like, nigga, I ain't listening to this. A lot of people don't know this is. Huh?
He ain't got- he ain't
Make a
doing
two
that.
difference.
He ain't doing
Oh,
that.
shit, nigga, I'm about to upload this shit, and do all this shit, send that shit to Poe. Soon as we done, we gonna have better conversations, of course, when we off air. But a lot of people don't know, man. I was shouting out to hiphopheads.com.
Hiphopheads.com, man. Fuck with us.
This is the man that reached out to me, and not only is it just a man that reached out to me, this is my guy. I done sparred with him, and anybody that take that body shot that I took, nigga, I put money on it, nigga. You ain't walking out. I swear to God, nigga, I felt that shit for a week, nigga. I just wanted to bite this nigga ear off. So can you break down the hip hop heads, the movement, and and the justification and just
Oh, yeah,
everything
but we
about
like 2
it.
hours in already.
Nah, we
coming
at
up on an hour and a
124.
half.
Yeah, we at 124.
Damn.
But
I
nah,
can edit them.
no, yeah, just tell the people what it is, because I try to tell what I can tell from my perspective. And like I told them, yo, if it's certain shit that you want to do that you feel you can't do on all these other platforms, just know that the Hip Hop Heads is here, where, you know, we can go live without a certain amount of followers. We can.
Oh, they restrict you from going
Yeah,
live?
No. You
No,
can
you-
go
you-
live.
YouTube, you can't go live on YouTube no more unless you got a certain amount of subscribers.
Exactly.
They
You know that?
they changed it. Cause we tried to do live. We did one live show. The
I
next
did
week
it
was over.
once.
The
and
next
then
day,
they snapped.
the next week we couldn't do
We
it.
came back the next week and we tried
You
to
see,
do it again.
They got too much control now. Too
But
much. It's too
my
much
only
control.
question to
That's when
you-
it's time to switch power. It's time to move on. Yep,
All
time
right,
to
so
move on.
go ahead and let the upcoming artists, because we got Poe, the manager of Poe ENT in the building, the man behind Poe ENT, he's in the building, and he was asking me questions that I couldn't answer.
Yeah.
But since I got the man here, of course you can talk about it off wax, because I know y'all two both wanted to meet, but at the same time, like let us get an insight. Why should we log in to, you know what I'm saying, the Hip Hop Heads? Let them know about the visual magazine.
At this
Or
point,
the digital
the
magazine.
digital magazine. Yeah. At this point, you should log in, because I feel like kind of what I was asking earlier, like, and that's why I asked that, because of my brand. Like, well, how do you know? And I'm a hip hop head, but honestly, at this point for me, sometimes I'm like, well, I want to listen to something new, but y'all bug the fuck out. Where do you find?
Take my hand!
That is going that bullshit.
This nigga drowning today.
Yo, it's nothing in this bitch!
Drink
it,
nigga. Top me off, man. You gonna turn your shit into drink champ?
Pause.
Dangerous done. That is crazy. You are. I don't even be thinking like that. It's like, pause. Shout out to Nori and Drink Champs, man.
Hey man, come on, man. We can't be giving nobody else. I know you from New York, but we can't be giving out goddamn clout to other niggas, nigga. Shout out Kraken, our motherfucking soon-to-be sponsors.
Okay.
Yeah, we working on it. I'm trying to get it,
nigga.
bro.
All right, but now back on it, so we can log out and go watch some games and chill and shit.
What was we on again?
The Hip Hop Heads.
Right, you fucked me up. Like, I shouted out another brand and totally fucked up the church
Come on,
money.
hey, man. Damn.
Nigga, shout out another brand while talking about his.
That's a fact. That's what I'm like.
You want to
Oh,
shout
but
out?
again, now I'm happy we went there. That's what the Hip Hop Heads is about. That's what I do. I'm here to promote your brand. I'm here to promote Drink Champs. I'm here to promote you. That's what I do, right?
Provision ENT in the building.
Provision ENT. Like, that's what I do. You know what I mean? I figured out I'm a professional boxer, so I marketed myself, and I got myself to where I'm at, even though I got a promoter that jumped in at the last minute. You know what I mean? I got myself to where I'm at as far as promotion, so I figured certain things out. So I decided to take that to my passion, what I love. You know what I mean? And start dealing with certain things in that realm. You know what I mean? So that's just naturally what I like to do. And to be totally honest, it all started because of Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun, Conway, us coming from Buffalo, New York, and not having a certain light and not being, so you follow me, so you know for years I'm sharing them boys and pushing way before deals. I'm pushing, you know what I mean? And at some point I started feeling like, damn, especially where I come from, like that shit back home is crazy. Motherfuckers look like you, Buffalo, New York. Third, fourth city in the country, like
I got some family up there.
real talk, like shit. So you know what it is, you know what I mean? Like shit, wicked up there, you know what I mean? But it's hate, you know what I mean? So I started feeling like being like while I was rising in boxing, I was watching them slowly rise, but it was simultaneously happening. So I'm like, yo, you know, I'm down here with y'all. You probably don't even remember me talking about them boys 5 years ago. You know what I mean? When we first met, I'm screaming them boys out. So, but what I started feeling like people back home, not like you a fan. I don't know where you're from, but you're probably a bigger fan than people that's actually from Buffalo. And it's sad. It's such a wickedness back home. So I started feeling like, damn, is people looking at me crazy? You know what I mean? Because I'm promoting the boys so much because they don't understand I'm out of town. People don't get to know them. So what I started feeling like, well, I need another way to be able to push these boys to the public without looking so crazy. You know what I mean? And it's sad I had to feel that way coming from such a crazy area.
No, I get that 100%. Cause that's
You know- I
that's
know
why
you
I'm
do.
doing what I'm
I
doing.
know you do.
Because I was promoting people and doing. And I'm like, yo, I'm putting so much behind them while trying to do my. Cause I already had pole vision for me doing photography.
Mm-hmm.
I like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead, not just LLC me doing photography. I'm an LLC, an entertainment company,
Mm-hmm.
and this is what. And then I started a label management company with
Gotcha.
that. So now, not only am I pushing these same guys, but now it's like, you going when you see them, you see me.
Right. No
Like
doubt.
they represent me, I represent them.
No doubt.
So like
No doubt.
I'm right there with you.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah. So it really started with my dad is an artist. You know what I mean. So it started with the drawings. You know what I mean. Not really shirts. You know what I mean. That's really
Yeah, I
the
thought I
thing.
was gonna get a shirt today.
I got you. I got you with some hoodie. We doing.
Thought
we in,
I was gonna get a hoodie.
we in hoodie season right
Thought
now.
I was gonna get a cup.
I'm gonna bring you in, post some gear and shit. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean. So we just trying to be honest, man. They really drink champs. You know what I mean? Like when I hear them say praise our code, like who they always talk about people not representing our own media. So I took that shit to a heat. Like you know what? They right. Like why praise our own code? We waiting on somebody else
Talk that shit.
to say that we good.
Don't hold it in. Talk
You know
that
what I mean?
shit.
Like fuck that. Like I'm saying they good, and I want to push that. You know what I mean? So, you know, and even going back to like a double XL, like I'm competing with double XL. We doing a digital magazine, like you said, and like they at the point now where it's about money. At one point it was about passion for them because they were dope, but now they're money. Again, like we talk about YouTube, is now it's time to move on to something else. You know what I mean? So let's move on to the next brand of passion. Don't nothing make it on the hiphopheads.com if it's not dope. It's about passion now, not just upload your shit and shoot. Just you know what I mean? Like I get 15, 20 uploads a day, but 2 make it on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like you come to hiphopheads.com for quality culture. You know what I mean? You can get on, you know, YouTube where they just siphoning out, you know, whatever it is uploaded. You know what I mean? Whatever, you know. So that's what it's about. You know, and just praising, you know, the culture. You know what I mean? And pushing,
Doing what we want to do.
doing what we want to do.
Because who,
Like Poe, you
like
got your
the,
shit.
the,
Who
the
push
way
you?
the way
I'ma
you
push
pull
your
me,
shit.
the way
Crazy.
you pull me,
You know
Don,
what I mean? Like crazy. I'm pushing the trend.
Don,
Trendsetter press.
the way
Crazy.
Don came up to me, man, like I said, man, I know this dude from the square circle, man, and I moved past that life, and I done seen him, I done watched him, I done been to your fights, you know what I'm saying, cheering you on and everything. But when you reached out to me, because it's funny, I tried to get Donnie up here not too long, well, yeah, probably
That's
about
a
a
fact.
year ago,
That's a fact.
and I tried to get him
That's
on,
a fact.
and he was like, yo, I'm gonna come through,
That's a fact.
and he didn't show.
That's a fact. And I
And,
apologize about that
bro,
on there.
no,
on
yeah,
there,
bro, you doing your thug thizzle, so
Busy
I'm
as
never
shit.
gonna knock that. I'm never gonna get in between the training because I know that discipline is real. But at the same time, it was like, yo, my man say coming through. I'm gonna wait up for him. We gonna do this. Boom, boom, boom. Didn't come through. Cool. Fuck it. At the end of the